I need YouTube up.
Try to check on my phone.
No, I'm good. I got this. I'm a professional streamer. Actually, I can't say that because I'm not paid. I'm a real streamer.
I've paid you. You're professional.
I don't think I'm paid in that sense. All right, and we're live. Hey guys, and welcome to today's stream.
Split's dead. The great Ace
Oh my
Attorney.
gosh, I didn't even name the stupid stream. Return of the Great.
Split's dead.
What is?
It's a Valorant title.
I'm just gonna name it this. I'm sure we'll change it later. All right, this makes a little more sense now. Oh man, it is. I should scoop this back. Then we'll have a larger frame.
There we go.
Perfect.
That'd be good.
Yeah, we're good. All right, hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Finally back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last we left off, basically we finished the first game.
Can you hear it?
Barely.
Can you hear it really loud?
Now I can hear it better.
I can hear it better now. I just don't want it to be like too loud for you.
No, I'm good. And then I can.
Well, I can hear it now, yeah.
I need to turn this down a little.
Start playing from your latest save. Oh, and the background changed.
It changes every case.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. Oh, I need chat up. There we go. Boom. All right, and we're good. Let's go and get into it.
Oh, we're playing on the tiny screen.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. All right, 1 second, actually. Oh
We were not prepared.
no, it's been too long, you know.
Redo.
Finish the
Stop
first-
the stream. Delete this VOD.
Finished the first game, and I was like, all right, I'm done with this game. Never gonna see it again. All right, let's see. Display settings.
That's cool art.
Did you ever play this game, Thomas?
I finished the game. I almost decided to go for 100% actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Collect all the
but
freaking,
it was
or take a photo of every boss or whatever.
A photo of like a bunch of things, get every Korok, do all the shrines. Thought it was too much.
Hey, Moggy.
Let's see. Make this my main display.
Is that a kid?
It
like
is.
like a boy?
A tiny child. Tiny boy. Alright. Let's open the game back up.
He is kind of.
Let's open the game back up.
And that looks like a buff girl in the back.
He's a
the
dude.
face.
Nope.
Looks like she has eyeliner.
Both of them are
They're
guys.
both dudes.
No, I mean I know I can.
That's a dude too. Nice.
You never know in anime. We're just looking at an image of
Oh yeah, stream
Moggy.
can't see it.
Yeah, we're just looking at an image of Moggy right now with Alibaba, Aladdin, and Morgiana.
Well, I'm surprised you remember those three names.
What do you mean? I watch so much anime. This is like
That
my
doesn't-
thing.
That would mean that you'd forget because you're watching some. Have you seen the new Doctor Strange?
Doctors. Oh no, I haven't seen it yet. It
Dude.
came out on Disney Plus recently, but I haven't
No
really
Watched it.
No
No spoilers.
spoilers.
We watched it last night.
Uh-huh.
Last night, right?
No, 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. I can't say anything about spoiling.
Okay,
It
well,
just
what
is
do you
not
think?
good. It's not good.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
what
good.
That's what I've heard. I heard it was okay.
I
Like,
wouldn't watch it.
really?
It was kind of like a horror movie.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, no, it's just not good.
I know about like that scene where they fight. The one scene where they go to the alternate universe and Scarlet Witch, does the thing.
Oh, she
I know
goes
that
full
one.
invincible on everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's disturbing.
But you would say it's not good. I heard like it's just an okay movie, especially like in a
It's an
Marvel
okay
franchise.
movie, but because I expected so much, it's not good.
Yeah, having the Marvel legacy is a big thing to uphold. Okay, I need to make sure this is the right camera size now. Okay, well, sorry for the delays, everyone, but where am I looking? This. Is it gonna pull up the game? Why is it over there now? Give me the game.
Give me the game.
There we go. All right, everything looks fine. Let's go ahead and. Let's continue. That's it. That's all we need.
No, yeah, it was not.
Investigation 5, Part 5? Wait, shouldn't we be on the new... We don't need to do this, right? We're done.
Oh yeah, we're done with that.
Okay, so let's just select Adventure. Oh, it's because we have the... Okay.
Resolve is what it's called. They're resolving.
I don't think it's that resolve. I think it's like your resolve.
Oh, you're resolved.
Oh, cutscene. Oh.
Anime. Welcome back to watching anime. You're gonna be on those anime watch
Castle in the
channels.
sky.
Oh,
We're actually in
bonsai
episode
tree. Oh,
3
that's
of-
not a bonsai tree. Oh, it's not even a cutscene. It's just
Standing here in the bright sunshine,
kind of a
It's a
cutscene.
looking out over the vast ocean,
But that's a
Those
budget cut.
days
That's a
in
3D
London.
model, right?
Yeah, it is.
seem like a dream. But I do miss my time in England's vast capital.
Capital. Whoa.
You know, He's flourished into a truly wonderful lawyer.
Is this?
This is what's her face?
This is Sato.
Yeah.
I've no doubt that at this
For
very
sure.
moment, he's fighting
know,
some
sir.
noble cause in court.
Cools.
Is he still in England? What is happening?
I don't know.
He's dead.
Well, she's got. A
That's
new
his
fit.
grave.
Forgive me for taking so long to come to visit you.
Papa.
My life has been such a whirlwind since I returned,
She's an Asian
and
English.
no one could have predicted what has
Asian
happened.
English accent.
Just 2 months after arriving home.
Ah, of course.
Oh my.
Ah, it's her again.
Oh yeah, Swan Lady.
Yep.
So I came here today to ask something of you. Tomorrow, I shall be standing in court. The
Ah,
only time in my life
I don't think it's Susato.
no, I
as
think
a
it is.
lawyer.
Yeah.
As
it
a
is.
lawyer.
Do you notice her hairstyle?
Oh, she's the new MC.
She is?
I don't know. She says as a lawyer. Oh, she's dead.
So please,
What
I
the
ask
heck?
for your guidance.
I thought she was the big bad.
Kazuma-sama,
Kazuma-sama!
What an interesting outfit.
the
She's got like Herlock Sholmes glasses on the top of her head. What the heck?
All right, new
It's from her
MC.
perspective. Oh,
New MC. This
you're the
is-
main character.
Oh man.
Thomas is kicked out of the limelight.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that-
Wouldn't it be
MC
funny if
is main character.
Naruto-san became the assistant?
That would be pretty cool, honestly. All right, this is all you,
All right, here,
MC.
Here I am again after 9 months. I should have a British
The
accent.
Supreme.
No,
Court
she's
is
not even
pretty
British.
cool.
But
But that cutscene
But
sounded British.
her voice.
I know, but she's not British.
Here I am again after 9 months. The Supreme Court Adjudicator of Japan.
Judicature.
Good job. I feel so nervous, but I must steel my nerves and find a way to compose myself.
Oh, you're still alive.
Is that me?
Oh, is it you? I don't know. I'll just go for it. Oh, good. You're here. It doesn't do for a lawyer to be late.
Oh, yes, good morning, sir.
I hardly recognize you. You've cut a fine figure, Counsel.
Wait, where's the chat?
Oh, yeah. It's okay.
Oh,
But you look white as a sheet. And those wide eyes aren't doing you any favors either.
Oh dear. The truth is, I'm so incredibly nervous I feel utterly nauseated. I almost wish that I'd never been born.
Goodness.
I want to kill myself.
Not the sort of thing a father hopes to hear from his daughter, I must say.
So they're in Japan,
Yes,
obviously.
because she came back.
Yeah. Eugene? Is that Eugene?
Eugene!
Eugene Mikotoba, professor of medicine at the Imperial Yume University.
That's the best pronunciation I've ever heard. Eugene.
A man who earlier in his life traveled to Great Britain to study the latest advances in forensic medical science. And of course, my brilliant father.
Excuse me. Oh, fetch.
Oh, what a
You got it.
grouchy voice.
Would I be correct in thinking that you're to be? Oh my gosh, I gotta pick a different voice. She's the main person.
Yeah, she's gonna be talking a lot in this case,
Would
I
I be
bet.
correct in thinking that you're to be my lawyer in court today?
Oh, I hate that voice. Yes, that's right, miss.
Well,
Do
You
it.
should do it before.
Do it.
I want to thank you for agreeing to represent me. I swear on my life. Hold on, I gotta get a... It's a complete fabrication, this whole thing.
Make her a cowboy.
Oh yeah, do an accent.
was right here. I can't do it. I can't even do a regular accent.
Oh, Ray, you
Raymond Bomby.
born the
Ray
same years I
Mbambi.
am
What
my
is the
greatest
thing?
friend.
Raymond Bomby?
What?
Embalm me?
Membami.
Oh,
Embalm?
remember me.
Remember me.
Remember me.
Oh my, remember me.
Though unusual for a woman in our time, she works at the University Research Laboratory helping my father. Remember me. And sadly, she's the defendant in today's trial. Accused of committing a truly awful murder. Are you feeling alright? you started talking, you seem, well, have a really low voice. I'm a
Oh
little
my,
flushed.
it's just that
I'm going through.
you look so gallant and dashing.
Sorry?
And when I fall under your intense gaze, it makes me feel rather bashful.
Oh man, you're adding to the
Is
love
this-
triangle.
is this
Whoa,
les-
whoa.
Lesbians. Goodness, I don't think she knows. Hasn't realized who I am.
What the heck?
It would seem our little plan for this trial is going to work.
Oh, what do you mean, Professor Mikotoba?
If even your best friend can't see through the disguise, I think we can relax.
Disguise?
Yes, I've never tried dressing this way before, of course, so I wasn't sure how convincing it would be.
She's gonna be dressed like Naruto.
Yeah, is she gonna look like a guy?
I think
This
that's the
does
point.
make me feel a little relieved, as you say, Father.
Father? What? Is that you, Susato?
I'm so sorry, I didn't say something.
No! What are you doing? What's going on? What? That varsity uniform, that varsity cap, that varsity cape, the varsity badge.
Yes, I'm glad she specified that
The
varsity every
varsity.
time.
Look at you. You look for all the world just like a student of the Imperial Yume University. A male student. Whoa.
I'm so glad you think so.
Whoa.
It means all my preparations have been worthwhile. I've even gone through the surgeries. I woke up at 4 this morning to make a start.
But I don't understand. Why are you dressed like that?
He's not gonna show it? Well, you see,
It was the only way. The only way she would be permitted into the Supreme Court to take on your defense in this trial.
My defense?
is he gonna show what she looks like?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, in court it has to show us what she looks like.
That's true. Never before in my life have I felt so frustrated at having been born into this body. Courts in Japan are barred to women. We're not even allowed to set foot inside the
I
courtroom.
figured it was something like this. It is
Despite the fact that the laws of the land apply
Whatever
to
it
all
is.
people, male and female alike.
Woke attorney returns. There, Liz. Put the name on right now.
Woke attorney.
Feminism. Woke attorney.
Let's leave it at that.
Oh. But women are forbidden.
That's why we're breaking all the gender stereotypes here.
Just for today, I'll be leaving my true self at the courtroom door, so that I can act as your lawyer.
Oh, Susato, you'd go to such lengths for me?
Of course, you're my greatest friend. I just worry that I shan't be the lawyer you deserve.
Oh no, I have complete faith in you.
Right.
It's so strange though. I mean, you're such an accomplished judicial assistant already. And yet just because you're a woman, what a wretched reason. I mean, why shouldn't you be allowed in court? You're so gallant and dashing.
Ray. Please don't look at me like that. With those flushed cheeks and doting eyes.
Alright, calling it the prosecutor of this case is gonna be sexist.
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you really do look so dashing.
Yes, you mentioned that once or twice.
You should be pleased. It means you look convincing as a man. I mean,
gosh.
I am pleased, I think. So that means I have to do like a band.
Oh, yeah,
accent.
pleased.
Hey, Victor, welcome.
Yes, I am.
Ray and Susato are Yunosuke and Kazuma Part 2. True. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa, spoilers. Is freaking Ray dying? Huh?
Oh.
What the freak? Get the heck out. Ban Vixen right now.
No. It's Ray and Susato are Yunosuke and Kazuma, so Susato's dying.
Oh, shoot.
Oh shoot.
Ray's the main character.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
See?
I can't do this.
That's right. Yunosuke was the victim last time.
You're right.
Or the accused.
It certainly hopes something.
No.
Ree. Or
Ree.
Ree.
You're managing to put on a brave face in all this, but I can see through it. I've noticed how your shoulders are slumped and how you're trembling ever so slightly.
I meant how they act. Yeah.
Gotcha. Sato. Yeah, Cosmo. Naruhodo-san had the hugest crush on me. You do believe me, don't you?
No, it's all good. It was all a good joke, all a good bit.
I didn't do it. I couldn't have. I mean, murder?
Murder?
Of course. You have nothing to worry about. Your conscience is perfectly clean. Isn't that right?
Oh, fetch. Yes, it is. Perfectly clean.
I have absolutely no doubt in my mind about your innocence, which is why I'll stand by you until the bitter end in this trial. Whatever happens, I'll always be on your side.
Did you know it switches perspectives?
Because that's what it means to be a defense lawyer.
I think. I don't think it's the entire game though.
Oh. That means so much to me, Susato. I'm not used to this.
I mean, I'm sure.
Defendant counsel! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once.
Wait, is this in Japan?
This is in Japan.
I gotta bust that accent out.
No, you don't. That doesn't mean you have to bust it out.
No,
please,
you don't.
Please, no. You should go in at once, Ray.
No, you should.
If you're late, the judge won't hesitate to pronounce you guilty.
Oh.
No.
Stand aside.
I don't think I've ever
I'm
seen
going
you run
in.
so fast.
Well, Susato, you certainly surprised your father, going to such lengths to be admitted into the courtroom, and with no prior experience of being a lawyer.
There was simply no other way. That's all there is to it.
I beat the greatest attorney 1 and 2, so if you want any help, just no, we don't need any help. We're experts
We
at this
saved
game.
scum.
Yeah, no. We're experts at this game. We never mess up. No saves.
I think it was actually only one time, right?
No,
But Father,
we've saved scum once.
you
Once.
haven't
We
told
looked
her,
up.
have you?
We looked up one thing and saved scum
I'm
once.
Yes.
right in assuming that Ray doesn't know how it came to this.
But we looked it up after like 20 minutes.
It's also
like,
stupid because we didn't examine the. No.
alright.
Yes, quite right. I've kept that information from her. Yeah, we looked up the part where we were examining a poster and there's writing on the back, but we didn't examine the writing, so it didn't consider that we knew the information yet. Okay, just saying. Yeah, thanks for the offer. It would only worry her if she found out that no other lawyer would agree to take her case. Wow. I was about to say, is there no lawyers in Japan? But I didn't want to burden her with that.
And is it true? The reason why every other lawyer is refusing to take the case? Is it really because of who the victim was?
We should be making a move now, too. As you know, law isn't my field, but I'll do what I can to support my students.
Whoa.
Thank you, Father.
Well, the whole point is he's probably like the reason she got the credentials to be a student, because he's a professor.
I'm Susato Mikotoba, a
So is he our
judicial assistant.
Yep.
First time for the first.
8 months ago, I accompanied a student of law on a study trip to Great Britain. But 2 months ago, due to unforeseen, I found myself back in Japan.
Whoa.
What the heck? Did I change their outfits? I think I changed their outfits for the game.
How did they change them or
No,
you
I
changed
think
them?
I changed them in the settings.
How?
For the sec, I don't know. I thought I didn't change them, but I didn't touch any settings.
Oh, how many times have I
can
wished
change
that
outfits?
he were here, I wonder.
Alright, we're going through the second game like this now, guys.
Still, I have no choice now but to steel myself for the trial ahead. I thought that was her for a second. I was like, that's definitely not her. Wish me luck, Naruhodo-san.
Imagine if that was her, though.
I
That'd
was
be
like,
crazy.
that's
Next
That's how she's
level.
dressed. She's dressed
Next
up like
level.
that.
It's,
Yeah, she looks like she looks.
That's
No,
not
I think
gonna
it's
die.
because it's in the alternate outfit. Wait, real quick. I do want to save actually. I think it's because I picked alternate outfits, so I want to see what she would normally look like.
Yeah.
If you change Susato's outfit, it's not the one for this case. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh.
Yeah. So let's go back to title real quick.
So that's actually not what she looks like.
I mean,
It's a cool outfit.
Yeah, no, I think we can change it after this case, but let's see what she actually looks like for this case. I think with the very beginning of this game, I changed the outfits, but
How did
it
you
only
do
changed
that?
it for the second game, I think, was what happened.
Okay, options. Don't change it. Original.
No, it was in, I think it's in special contents. Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, she's just normal. What
Oh,
the
what
heck?
the heck?
Yo, wait, make her. Actually, I
go
want
back?
Herlock Sholmes to be that one.
Wait,
Let's just switch them all later.
No.
After this case.
That was a dope Herlock Sholmes one.
Yeah, we'll see it. We'll see it later.
No.
Anime-esque.
No.
You can change it anytime and only for the Greatest Attorney 2. Oh, it's only for the Greatest Attorney 2. That's why.
That
Okay.
would make sense.
The court is now in session
Oh.
to hear the trial of Ray Membami.
Oh, he's gonna be judged.
Yo.
Do you want to be him again, or I can be
Yeah,
him?
don't I just plug my nose for this?
Yeah, it's because
I'm
you're
good.
also the witness. I mean,
The prosecution is fully ready to proceed, Your Excellency.
Ouchie has
Is
returned.
this the guy that's...
Fauci's return.
There she is.
Oh.
Defense counsel, are you ready?
Wasn't I also him last
No, I was. Because you were. Yeah, no. Yes, Your Excellency, we are ready.
Oh, that's Susato-san.
Yeah, don't you get
Oh.
that? That's what we were just like, oh, that's who she is.
Okay.
Ah, yes, counsel. According to your registration details, your name is, Ryutaro Naruhodo. Is that correct?
Ryotaro Naruhodo.
Sorry?
Ryotaro.
Oh yes, I had to come up with a suitable male name for you for this little venture.
This is more of a whisper.
So I'm afraid to say I simply put down the first name that I sprung to mind. Well, counsel.
Yes, that's right, that's me. Yes, I am Ryutaro. He who has vowed to uphold the pride of the great Naruhodo clan.
Foreshadowing, she's gonna marry him now. Same last name. Ah. It seems Ryutaro may need to consider how better to uphold his manly act first and not overdo it. And those wild, wide eyes. She's doing the exact same thing. I think that's right. Wild, wide eyes aren't doing you any favors either. Just relax and listen. Because the alphabets are made by Iris. I see.
Naruhodo?
A fresh face in this courtroom, if I'm not mistaken. But the name Naruhodo, would that perchance be...
You may be thinking of Yunosuke Naruhodo, currently in Britain as part of a study program. This is,
His cousin.
That's right, Ryutaro has been studying in the provinces, but was called to the capital for this trial. I assure you, in matters of law, his knowledge rivals that of any of Tokyo's preeminent lawyers.
Any of them. Oh, I realized I changed the name too.
Yes.
What a pitiful situation. Having been rejected by every lawyer in the capital, the accused has had to call in a country boy.
How dare you? Susato is every bit as gallant and dashing as any of your Tokyo attorneys. I would have you making fun of her.
Oh my.
Her?
Oh,
Please be careful, Ray.
What an unrefined tomboy we have here. But I wonder, is your gallant and dashing lawyer up to the challenge of defending you? His wide, skittish eyes are very much suggest that he is not.
It's like freaking.
I'm so nervous. Now that I'm standing in his shoes, I'm starting to understand what Naruhodo-san goes through.
I think you guys need to speak a
Shifty
little louder.
eyes.
Maybe.
Like it or not, eyes are wont to flit.
Eyes are wont to flit.
Like it or not, eyes are wont to flit. New title.
I don't
What is
even
that?
think I want to put
Wont
that.
to flit.
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But everyone's gonna be like, what is that?
I like wont
Gotta
attorney
hook 'em
better.
in.
I like what
The case to be heard on this day is a matter of great significance to our national interests. In fact, it would be reasonable to assume that the outcome of this trial may well affect the future of our empire. I was thinking Ray's name instead of Ren.
I said Ren.
Just like the trial 9 months ago. And yet for proceedings of such importance, we have this unknown yokel by the dock, dear me.
Perhaps this would be an appropriate moment for me to assess the defense. Alright, time for the tutorial. To determine whether you are sufficiently competent to practice in this courtroom. 9 months ago, when a certain other Naruhodo stood where you are standing now, this same judge tested him as well.
Nice.
And even though he was just a student at the time, not even of law, he passed the test with fly. Why is he explaining? I mean, I guess it's for the people who haven't played the first game, I guess, or forgot.
It's
But
a
like,
good recap.
I'm just
why do
saying,
you
but
not
like,
play...
but is it technically he's speaking to Susato, who was literally right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
In case you forgot.
For a trained and experienced judicial assistant like you, this will be easy. So, counsel, do you consent to answering some simple questions?
Alright, it's time to prove myself.
She's gotta be better than Naruhodo
Whoa.
first day, at least.
Yes, Your Excellency. But please do make them simple.
Very well, to start with. You will state the name of the victim.
Phew, that is simple. I couldn't forget that if I tried. Ah,
What's the matter?
now that I'm standing in his shoes, I'm starting to understand something else Naruhodo-san goes through. Like it or not, minds are wont to blank.
Minds are wont to blank.
Is this... Did they like not check this, or what is? Are this intentional?
First
Like
case.
they've done it like twice.
Minds are wont to blank.
It's not.
Stream is wont to chat.
It's not surprising, really. It's your first time in this position, and in that guise.
Cases wont to fail.
This case is wont to fail.
Even a bright spark like you is bound to flicker and falter.
Maybe that's like
a
actual
little under the circumstances.
I like it.
correct English.
I think it's actually something, considering they've done it twice.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
It's probably we don't know. It's
I don't
actual
know
proper
though.
English.
There's a lot of words we don't know.
This is wont to know.
Oh,
Ryutaro.
that's me, sorry. Oh dear, this is a
Ryutaro.
dismal failure.
Don't fret. You need only the knowledge you've gained as a judicial assistant to overcome the problem. This is your own best friend. You can't even remember her name? Savage.
Of
Wont to
course,
cry.
the court record.
I want to cry right now.
Yes,
Oh, that's
the
dope.
answer will be amongst all the key information about the case in the court record.
That's right. Just use E to open the court record. Then you need
Does
to
this
flip-
even work, your
No,
second
No,
keyboard?
that's not even plugged into that. Then you need
What's
to
the
flip to
point?
the people section with E.
Just to pretend that you're doing things.
Yes, exactly. No, it's sort of something else. And don't take too long over it. His Excellency is watching you closely.
It's
Alright,
Ray.
the court record with E. That's where the information I need will be.
The information
Alright.
is wont to be.
Let's take a look at this real quick. Alright, it's Jezael Brett again. 2
Ill
p.m. Single stab wound from behind, piercing lung, and fatal hemorrhaging. Within minutes, so it wasn't an instant death. Extreme
Of the
meiosis,
victim.
pupil constriction was observed in the victim's both eyes, so shock or fear, I guess.
Heart attack.
Got our 43-year-old, our 16-year-old, our 25-year-old, and our 52-year-old. Wow, he's older than he is. Okay.
She's 16.
Yeah.
Right to jail.
I
She's
mean,
also, like,
she's also
16.
about that age.
Right to jail.
Alright, check the...
Read about that.
Yeah.
I'm waiting, counsel. What is the name of the victim in this case?
Taketsu
Not
Chachi!
Jin, it's Giselle. Giselle Brett.
It's Eugene.
Wait.
You
Oh, it's the victim. I thought I was
It's
asking
that,
for
yeah.
who's the accused. I was like, I literally don't see her. You think this finished this game before 2023?
No.
Actually, she
no.
answered for us. Yes. This is Valorant, right? Point and click. It used to be. The title
The
used
title
to be
used
Valorant.
to be Valorant.
The name of the victim who lost her life in this case is Miss Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett?
A name that will never be forgotten in the courtrooms of our country, I'm sure. Correct. And being a member of our empire's judiciary, you will be aware of the significance of that name. So, let me pose another simple question. As you know, Miss Brett was a visiting student from the Empire of Great Britain. Why then is her name indelibly associated with our own empire's judicial history? Bread. Obviously, you won't have forgotten that case from 9 months ago. But if it's proving hard to recall the finer points, everything you need is included in the court record.
Obviously, I still remember. That was the start of everything.
Another 5 hours.
Giselle Brett, behind the woman student, Persona, was the face of...
A
Wait.
killer.
It's
A killer.
Killer, right?
Yeah. Akira.
Because Ryunosuke?
Because she was stabbed from behind.
Red.
9 months ago, a visiting professor of medicine at the Imperial Yume University was killed.
No, it's because we uncovered that she was the killer. Or I mean, it kind of made all hell break loose. Yeah, it's because kind of discovered that she was the killer, but I think due to
And
laws,
the culprit was Giselle Brett.
we couldn't do anything. Yes, she was the killer. At the time, oh wait, I think it's me. At the time, our country had just signed a new treaty with. I think it's you, but.
No, I think it is you.
And
Because he's
in
like,
the-
yes, it was a killer, dot, dot, dot.
But yeah, I think usually it's you though. And it was in the midst of
It's
this
you.
delicate diplomatic situation that the incident occurred. An Englishman, Dr. John H. Wilson, was shot dead. It's definitely you.
I believe he was an associate of yours, Professor Mikotoba.
This game again. That's right. It's the game everyone's been waiting for.
Whoa, finally our mod shows up. Gee.
Brett equals Brett. Ah, I see. We'll refer to her as Bread from now on. She is now Jezzael Bread.
Damn.
The content draft is gone. Okay, alright. Yes, I was indebted to the man. He would have been my mentor when I went to London to study forensic medicine. Indeed, it was I who invited him here to Japan as a visiting professor at the university. And the racist content. Alright.
Oh my gosh.
Naturally, the murder of an Englishman on our soil was a matter the government wished to resolve rapidly. There's no racist content here because we're in Japan, not in England, with the racist prosecutor. Indeed it was, which is why a secret trial was conducted here at the Supreme Court. No.
A student of the Imperial Yume University was arrested on suspicion of murder. Second-year English language student by the name of Ryonosuke Naruhodo.
Ryonosuke.
With the help of his best friend, a student lawyer, the accused conducted his own defense and exposed the despicable crime committed by Miss Giselle Brett.
Miss Brett eventually admitted to her crime. However, when questioned about the motive that drove her to take Dr. Wilson's life, best friends, she gave no satisfactory answer before the trial reached its conclusion.
Immediately after the trial, the British government brought its consular jurisdiction into play. And we were unable to
That's
sentence
what
Miss
happens.
Brett according to our empire's laws. It was decided that she would be removed to Shanghai, China instead.
I think Ouchie needs to be a little louder.
Ouchie.
Why Shanghai? Why Shanghai?
There's a British consular court there. Correct, I oversaw the negotiations personally. The date of her transfer to Shanghai was finally settled upon only last week. All that remained of our empire's obligations was to see that the woman safely on board a steamship. This game was really fun, just sad I beat it. No, that's something to...
And yet the very day
celebrate.
before her departure, the Englishwoman was killed.
Only the day before?
Oh, this went back down to 4, that's why it's so quiet.
What the heck?
Oh, now it like really.
Whoa.
Okay, there we go. This should be much better. in terms of audio.
Oh, summation
That will do.
examination.
I'm satisfied that the counsel for the defense is sufficiently capable of representing the defendant.
Oh. Oh. Thank you, Your Excellency. Over the first hurdle.
Now, a summary of the incident, if you please. Prosecutor Ouchie.
Ouch.
I love this faction.
As is your wish, Your Excellency. The repugnant crime took place on the 11th of August in broad daylight.
Alright, sounds better. That's good to hear.
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital under a bright blue sky and a secluded bathing spot by the sea. The incident occurred inside a small beach hut erected for bathers to rest or,
Did you say bathers?
Bathers.
or bathers to rest or change their clothes.
That is not a freaking swimsuit.
The cause of death was a single stab wound to the posterior abdomen that pierced the victim's lung.
She hasn't changed yet, man.
True.
She didn't even get to party before she died.
An injury which proved
Maybe she was
fatal.
changing out of her, or into her, back into her.
Mm.
There were 2 persons alone together in the beach hut at the time of the victim's death. Miss Bread in her bathing attire.
Don't worry
Where's a
about
hat? Where's a hat? I'm calling Cap.
And the accused, Ray Membami.
You telling me she doesn't just? You telling me you don't think she swims with that swan on her head and the entire dress?
Membami.
Remember me.
Accordingly, there can be no doubt of the accused's guilt, especially when we consider she had a powerful motive. The police arrived rapidly at the scene and promptly arrested the young lady.
It'd be funny if the part he tapped with his thing was bald. Instead of it being the only thing with hair.
Oh,
But then-
yeah.
I think.
It's still funny either way.
I mean, yeah. Well, that extraordinary description of events leaves me somewhat lost for words, I must say.
That's certainly true. The prosecution summary was full of words that raise an awful lot of questions. As a lawyer, I really ought to pick up the prosecution counsel on what he said about...
Being alone together.
I don't even remember what he said. I'll be entirely honest. That's not what I wanted to open.
A powerful motive. That's one I would push.
That's what I was gonna go for, but it's a tutorial.
You're clearly exaggerating. Powerful motive is a blatant overstatement.
Is the Yoko boy using long words he doesn't fully understand?
Why did they
I
take her
beg
to
your
party?
pardon?
She killed a man. You know, maybe it's like a last final meal. You know,
Yeah.
one last party.
No matter, let us put this to the accused, shall we? Membami-san, you are a research assistant at the Imperial Yume University, I believe.
Yes, I am. I'm working with Professor Mikotoba in his laboratory at the moment.
I can confirm that. The defendant is an excellent assistant with a strong sense of responsibility.
Fascinating to hear. Now, another question. Prior to your work with Professor Mikotoba, whose research were you assisting then?
Oh, I was studying under Dr. John H. Wilson.
Dr. Wilson? The visiting English professor who was murdered by Miss Brett 9 months ago.
Yikes, that just made her seem more guilty.
The accused had a deep-seated respect for her former mentor, Dr. Wilson. Is that not true?
Oh, yes, Dr. Wilson was a wonderful man.
Interesting. Then tell the court what deep-seated feelings you had towards the English woman who killed him.
Well, obviously I was filled with hatred for what she'd done. A powerful hatred.
Oh no, Ray, be careful what you're saying.
Oh no! Oh my! Holy!
The motive was revenge. Plain and simple, Your Excellency.
Case closed.
Well, it was clearly a trap all along.
How wicked of him to use Ray's undying respect for her former mentor against her like that.
Susato just does the hitting the wall thing that Ryu does.
Yep.
Hitting the wall?
Like the table?
Oh.
I don't know.
I
We
don't
must
know.
find
Oh,
out
the
more
wall, like,
details and something
where
we
they
can
slam
use
the
to
back.
bolster our defense.
Wait, does Ryunosuke slam like the back wall? Does he do that? I don't even
think
remember.
so.
He does this thing.
As a lawyer, I really ought to pick up the prosecution counsel on what he said about
The bathing
I'd say
spot.
being alone together, because
Alright, being
I
alone
don't think it
together.
was them. Like, why would they be alone? Membami-san.
Ryu hits the wall with his back? With his back?
Oh, he like goes back like that, like.
Yes, what is it? Naruhodo-san.
I'm really starting to wish we'd made my Elias Ryotaro Susato. Oh yeah. Please tell the court why exactly you were present at the bathing spot with the victim in the first place, and why you were alone with her.
Oh, well, no, that's not true. It wasn't like that at all. There were other people present. A detective who was guarding Miss Brett, for starters. I was just asked to accompany Miss Brett as a companion, that's all.
But let us be clear. At the moment of her death, you were alone together, with the victim in the hut, you and no one else. The truth is, there is only one reason why this young woman accompanied Miss Brett on her bathing sojourn. To murder her. It was the accused's last chance to take the victim's life.
No.
Because as we know, the following day would see Miss Brett extradited to the British authorities in Shanghai. And the accused would never have an opportunity to dispatch her again.
Whoa.
Kindly refrain from conjecture, counsel.
Objection argumentative?
The prosecution counsel seems to enjoy using provocative tricks like that. But for now, at least, we need to assemble more facts. Try not to let him goad you.
Oh dear, this is really terrifying, but Father's right. We need more information.
Okay, I think let's just go through all of them.
As a lawyer, I really ought to pick up the prosecution
okay,
as
yep.
what he said about...
It's a bathing spot.
If I may, Prosecutor Ouchie.
What do you want, you fresh-faced young yokel student?
What's yokel?
I don't know.
I wonder, could you explain, please? You mentioned a bathing spot.
My apologies. Clearly my modernity has confused the poor country bumpkin's simple mind. Bathing spots are the very latest trend in health practices from the West. We are told that bathing in the water of the ocean is curative, therapeutic, and excellent for the skins.
No, that's not what I meant. I was referring to the fact that Miss Brett had, to all intents and purposes, been found guilty of murder. Why would a known criminal have been relaxing by the sea?
Oh.
For old time's sake, I believe.
Oh, actually, I think it was like
Wow.
last meal.
Hey, sorry?
Miss Brett was...
I keep clicking on the wrong thing.
Miss Brett was to depart for Shanghai the following day.
That's what my saying. I'm assuming that's what I'm saying is what you're trying to say, I'm assuming.
Her final wish, as it were, was to enjoy a day at our country's wonderful coast.
Dude, just like you said.
Oh, yeah.
And the British embassy put extreme pressure on our government to comply.
But what grounds would we agree to such a request?
Because, as usual, our government is unable to stand up to foreign powers. In matters of diplomacy, it seems we don't even have the courage to decline the whims of a known criminal.
Don't look at me, Professor. It was the government who granted permission, not I. In any case, it was decided that with a dedicated detective on duty, nothing could go wrong.
But in fact, a murder took place.
I said don't look at me. It was that young student girl who did it, not I.
No one has proved that yet.
Oh, I wouldn't provoke that man.
Anymore.
If you don't need to. I believe we all have a clear picture of the incident now. Despite her guilt being determined 9 months ago, Miss Brett managed to avoid incarceration instead of continuing her research work at the university. Obviously, over that period, she and Ray would have encountered each other on a number of occasions.
Seeing the murderer of the mentor for whom she had such great respect enjoying such undeserved liberty.
Yes, even if it was only temporary until Miss Brett's extradition to Shanghai, you can hardly blame Ray for her feelings of anger and resentment. So
Poor
it's
Ray.
okay that she killed him. Right to jail, though.
So, Your Excellency, if you'd be so kind as to pursue this exhibit.
Peruse, but...
Peruse? A photographic print that shows the scene of the crime immediately following the grim incident.
Thomas, I wanted to text you this, but since you are busy... Just text me it. I'll catch it. I'll catch it.
Oh my. Oh.
What am I being texted? Enjoy Valorant? Thank you. Thank you. I will enjoy Valorant.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinners for beginners.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Council. A tragic image.
Oh, as you can clearly see, there is nowhere within the hut that anyone could have hidden.
Under the table, behind the thing.
The court will accept this photographic print as evidence.
The photograph of the crime scene has been recorded.
As I understand it then, the victim and the defendant were alone inside the beach hut at the time. This is deeply troubling, I must say. The finger of guilt points firmly at the defendant.
Well, Your Excellency, naturally the prosecution has much more to its case. We intend to prove the accused appalling actions beyond all possible contention. And to that end, I can confirm that we have multiple witnesses to the crime and damning evidence.
Even though they were alone in the hut, his witnesses.
What? Witnesses? But who?
I think it's more like witnesses of going into the tent and out of the tent.
Maybe.
One of whom, I might add, is a highly respected police detective.
Oh, the same one.
It's gonna be the butler guy,
Yeah.
Hosoda, whatever his face
I
is.
assure you, the testimony of these witnesses will leave no room for doubt.
Very well then, counsel. Bring forth your witnesses.
Alright, I'm done. I'm done texting now. Don't worry anymore, guys. I'm done being distracted.
I, Takutsuchi Aochi, have been waiting for this moment.
Sorry?
Oh yes, I haven't forgotten that trial 9 months ago here in this very courthouse.
Why are you saying ah? Ah?
When that irreverent little student boy utterly humiliated me.
Whoa!
Oh, his hair grew out. I didn't even notice that.
He grew a tuft of hair in the front.
Ah, Ryuno's Naruhodo!
What? Yes?
This insult to the Aochi family name will never be forgotten.
You've become conceited with age, counsel. But the old have to stand aside and make way for the new.
That's right. Get out of the way, Boomer.
You are a boomer, and I am a zoomer. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Whoa, 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 courtroom. Whoa!
I totally forgot about this part.
Hey, Grissom hair.
He looked a lot better in the first game.
Strike the head of a samurai whose top knot has been cut and the bell of cultural enlightenment tolls. Yes, on that fateful day my former
I
self
see.
died.
The start of your own mini Meiji revolution. Are you modernizing as well, Council?
Silence! Since I swore revenge back then, there's been a minor miracle atop my head. Observe the ouchie growth.
What the frick?
You see the seed of hope sprouting forth from within the barren expanse of my crown.
I think that tiny growth is trying to tell me something.
I'm afraid I can't really see. Where is the hope exactly?
I said silence. Today I face another yokel student of the Naruhodo clan. Well, I will vanquish
Yeah,
you.
honestly, I can't believe they're focusing on this.
And my victory will be fertilizer for the seed of hope atop my head. You have been warned. With that, the prosecution calls the witnesses to the stand.
It looks like the stakes are high on both sides in this trial. Yes, very, very high stakes. The prosecution and the defense each has much to lose. The prosecution, it seems to have lost much more.
Oh, a haircut is hardly comparable to Ray's life.
Yep, I know it. Oh, he's got a turtle. It's Natsume.
You're doing Natsume.
Okay.
I guess you both voiced them.
How did I do that one again?
You got it. I don't know.
Witnesses, please state your names and occupations for the court.
Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Imperial Police Bureau. I'm in disguise, obviously, so I can go undetected.
And I am, well, the next big thing in books. An author renowned throughout the capital, in fact, yes. Soon to be sold out. The satirical I Am a Cat, a sensational success by Soseki's Natsume.
Man, he made it big.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. Wait, I need to like differentiate the voices. Struggling student from the provinces, please. You needn't be in awe of me. I needn't? It's hard to do different voices.
I know.
Let's see. It's only natural that you'd feel nervous in my presence. But all of you, please relax. Call me Soseki, even. Yes.
You could probably just do her voice for her.
Okay. What on earth is Soseki-san doing here?
Tread carefully, Susato. That author fellow knows you from your time in London, doesn't he? If he exposes you for who you really are, this will be over before it's begun.
Yes, of course, I know. I presume Soseki-san won't have forgotten about me. I could certainly never forget him.
Nah, he's forgotten. It's fine.
Although he does seem to have changed somewhat in the 6 months or so that it's been since I last saw him.
You made it big.
And as for Inspector Hosonaga, that amazing outfit is hard to believe.
Do I have something on my face?
Well, your glasses for one, although they don't seem to be helping you see. Thank goodness he hasn't recognized me either.
Ah, I suppose it's this disguise, is it? I thought that appearing here in the clothes I was wearing at the time would make for a more faithful testimony. It is my guiding principle to carry out all testimonies
Didn't
flawlessly.
he lie in the first testimony?
Yes, I think so. Because he's part of the police and like they're all in part of the act.
Yeah.
Well, I can appreciate why an Imperial Police Bureau detective might have been present. But what business did a writer such as yourself have being at the scene, Soseki-san?
Ah, well, you see, I had been asked that day to give a lecture on the morning of the incident in the Imperial University's Grand Lecture Hall, no less.
Wow,
At
he's really gone
Yume
far. in 6
I
months.
University?
know, right?
After the lecture, I had a very pleasant conversation with the researcher from the medical science department. The professor over there, in fact. With Professor Mikotoba?
Yes, that's right. It was arranged by one of the newspapers. What was that? They wanted some story or other about 2 former students who studied in Great Britain.
Of course, being a renowned author, the press never leave me alone. They secretly spy, snapshots, scribble stories, and scupper my privacy.
Scupper. Wow.
Ah. As you can see, the conversation was written up in this newspaper here. Read it as your leisure, my provincial, struggling student friend. I have plenty of copies. Thank you very much. Practically threw that paper at me.
Alright, let's take a look at it real quick, you know. I've learned my lesson. Okay, nothing to really examine here, so it's fine.
Footprints.
Oh yeah, the footprints.
Yeah, we'll probably have to point those out later. Nothing to
There's the
examine
cat.
Kitty.
here. Alright, let's keep going for now. Did we read this?
Anyway, following my interview with the professor, the lady in question appeared and made a very unexpected announcement. I should like to go with everyone to see your country's coast. Those were her words.
As I explained before, Miss Brett was never taken into custody. She continued to work in my laboratory under strict surveillance, of course. That's interesting.
At which utterance the university immediately contacted the government to seek guidance. And the response was, permit Miss Brett to go as long as a detective accompanies her.
The detective I am at liberty to divulge was me, Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga.
Thereby the entire party departed cordially for the seaside, it seems.
It was extremely challenging to clear all the other members of the public from the vicinity of the beach.
He's bleeding.
But fortunately,
He's
I am...
bleeding from his mouth again.
Yeah.
What the heck?
But fortunately, I am at peak physical fitness at the moment, so... Why not Herlock?
What the
Gotta
heck?
save the best for last. I was able to carry out my duty flawlessly.
Oh my, Inspector, you... Well, you do have something on your face now.
Ah, how unsightly. I do apologize.
Does that mean that you were at the beach too?
No. Fortunately, I had work to finish off. But fortunately, of course. But unfortunately, of course, it means that as my assistant, Ray was invited to take my place.
Of course, being a renowned author, I didn't like to decline the invitation. Ah, but if only I had! I never have seen that awful sight! Relentlessly racked by remorse and regret.
Now he's just stretching. Very well. I must now ask you to present your formal testimony to the court. You will give an account of all you have witnessed on your impromptu excursion to the coast. Yes. Of course, Your Excellency.
He's dying.
He's
Yes,
always
he
dying.
just has COVID.
Relentlessly racked by remorse and regret I am. The twitching eye.
Alright, let's go. Back at it.
Let's go.
On the day of the incident, I was ordered on a special surveillance assignment in this disguise.
I just managed to catch that crab when I suddenly heard a caterwaul from behind me.
I ran into the beach hut at once, where I found the pair in question.
Yes! That young girl was astride the Englishwoman, dagger in hand, as she stabbed wildly.
What?
I saw blood on the blade. It proved to me that she'd stabbed the victim multiple times. Indeed, it does appear that this testimony that both witnesses here present saw it. The very moment of this heinous crime.
Heinous. What?
Of this height.
What?
Now you will recall I promised evidence as well. What phrase did I use again? Ah, yes, that was it. Damning evidence.
What have you there, Counsel? A so-called fountain pen, is it? Correct, Your Excellency. I found it at the scene whilst examining the body. It appears that in her dying moments, with her final ounce of strength, the victim clutched a piece of evidence that would positively identify her killer.
What?
Your Excellency, if you would cast your eyes over to the photographic print of the crime scene once more.
Oh.
Ah, goodness me! Dying message. Yes, the victim is clearly grasping something quite deliberately there in her hands. That's right, the fountain pen. And if you would kindly examine the pen, Your Excellency. Ah! The owner's initials have been engraved into the ebonite barrel.
Ebonite.
R.M. Ray Membami. The initials of the defendant.
Remember.
No!
It's just literally the
The
same
guy in his
animations.
friggin' swim.
This fountain pen will be admitted immediately as critical evidence.
So, have I omitted anything? Decisive testimony and damning evidence? There's a bright blue sky outside the courthouse today. Perfect weather to ascribe guilt, I feel.
I don't understand. Prosecutor Ouchie of 9 months ago had none of this man's poise.
It's the speck of ouchie hope. The ouchie growth. Counsel for the defense, you may begin your cross-examination now. Naruhodo-san.
Whoa.
Naruhodo. That means... Oh, yes, me.
Is there another Naruhodo in my courtroom?
Actually, there isn't even a single Naruhodo in your courtroom.
Cousin Yutaro, pull yourself together, please. Back, was getting food. Well, welcome back.
Alright.
What did you get?
I've seen this countless times as a judicial assistant. Find inconsistencies in the witnesses' testimonies to prove that they're lying somehow. That's all there is to it. That's how a real lawyer would handle a cross-examination.
Whoa.
So let's see what I can do.
Whoa.
Alright, let's do it.
It's weird they give their testimonies at the same time.
Yeah.
But they
They
did this
normally
last time
do that?
too, I
Oh.
think. Yeah, both the old man and the army sergeant with the baby both
Oh, and they
gave their-
played off each other, and then we found one, and then the other was like, but wait.
Alright, let's start pressing.
Whoa. New voice lines.
Hold it!
In that jaunty disguise?
More like a snack, but Dove chocolate, I see. Yeah, that's I would consider that less of food. Correct. Wait, no, I mean, it wasn't the first time I've worn this swimsuit for a dip in the ocean. It was tried and tested. Do what must be done to keep the Englishwoman under surveillance. Those were my orders that day.
And this tried and tested outfit was the answer.
Being able to blend in flawlessly into a crowd is an important part of a detective's job.
Oh my.
I submerged myself in the salty water, leaving only Mr. Turtle floating inconspicuously on the surface. Mr. Turtle loves the water.
And so you can't see anything. But there was no need for you to blend into the background on this assignment, really, was there?
If that made you late arriving on the scene, I think perhaps you had your priorities wrong.
Oh, called out.
Perhaps I shouldn't pursue this line of questioning any further at the moment.
And he's like, oh,
Suddenly-
like faded.
Ah, you're describing the victim's scream, presumably, Suseki-san. In more literary terms, you might say it was a scream that could have pierced the heavens. Yeah! Or the like. Of course, that's just a metaphor. We renowned authors are wont to describing things.
It's gotta be
I
intentional.
won't to describe
It's
it.
gotta be intentional at this point. Mr. Turtle, I love it. True, the animals are the best part of the series. Anytime they show up.
The swan?
Suseki-san wasn't at all like this in England.
The snake?
Like this in England.
The mouse?
The cat, yeah, the mouse is great.
cat.
Anyway,
I
I
can't think of
spun
any
around
others.
at the noise and the beach hut immediately fell under my gaze. Yes, the beach hut.
The area is popular with government ministers. Many have seaside retreats there for rest and recuperation. Locals are prohibited from entering the area, so it's always very quiet.
Oh, shoot.
The beach hut is a simple structure erected as a place for people to change or take refuge from the sun. You want
Yeah,
to look up what
yeah,
won't
won't.
are at? Is it at won't or are won't?
Or won't to something.
It's kind of like
Yeah,
it's,
it's
go-
or
it's
won't.
going to do something.
Are
Or
won't
won't to
describes-
blank.
Yeah. Let us know where it's from.
Oh, the English
It's
woman
old English.
commandeered the hut for herself. Which meant that I was forced to change into my swimwear on the sand.
Oh, not our local celebrity.
Ah, I imagine that was rather embarrassing for you. Well, anyway, I tossed the crab aside and headed for the beach hut at a run. Or, in more literary terms, I decrabbed and beetled off hut-wise.
I decrabbed. Can we just press this?
No.
Oh.
Wait, by pair, you don't mean to say... But how could that be?
No, you misunderstand. Obviously, I mean the victim and the defendant, Raymond Bami-san.
Oh, it would have been helpful if you could have
Remember
just
me,
said that
son.
from the outset.
If you jump to conclusions, you have to expect to fall flat on your face sometimes.
Dear me, pinning your hopes on such an outside chance. Foolish, very foolish.
It really was an outside chance. I just wish I'd realized that before I said something silly.
Found it one's customary behavior in a particular situation.
Or
Customary
won't
behavior.
to.
I want to look. I want to.
I won't to do this.
All right,
it's like
let's
it's,
see.
it's like it's, I don't know, gonna happen.
Where was it? Okay, let's see.
Or
We
it's a
are now
common-
things
It's
are
a common thing.
Or
are
won't to
often
describe.
often describe things. So I think so. It's like basically
We around authors customarily are
Yeah.
describing things.
it's their
so
normal behavior in a certain situation. Basically,
Why would they do that though?
are
or
known
won't to-
are known to describe things,
English,
are known for-
English, man, old English. All right.
Thomas's are wont to stream.
I don't think
I
that
can't
it
use
works.
it properly. I can't use it
It's
I don't think I could either.
So, Inspector, why don't you tell the court how exactly you found the aforementioned pair in the hut?
I can just imagine the writers. They're like, hey, what's an old English phrase that no one uses anymore? How about R won't? Oh, great. Now let's throw it in the case
R
30
won't.
times.
Yeah.
Well, it was a sorry sight. Really, a really grisly scene. Won't to cry in. I parted the Norrin curtain hanging in the doorway and stepped inside only to see the defendants leaning menacingly over a lifeless body of the victim sprawled on the sand. Okay, so they didn't see the stabbing, as usual. Why would they voice just that? Oh, the turtle's like a bobblehead. My glasses very nearly cracked at the ominous sight that met my eyes.
How thoroughly appalling.
He doesn't appear to be lying here.
Oh, cool. That's someone that's on the Great Ace to GAC 2-1. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. But like, wow, I've never seen anyone abbreviate it to its first letters. It looks ridiculous.
To GAC 2-1,
Gak 2.
baby.
Well, Saseki-san, can you confirm what Inspector Hosonaga is saying, I wonder?
Once we get to parts in the case, it'll be Tagak 2-1
That's
Part
how
1.
you should. That's how you should abbreviate it. Abbreviate it from now on.
You like a
Tagak,
literary
no.
man's opinion?
Anyway, welcome, Algis.
Algis. Like the
Yeah, most
rune
people
in
play
us.
The Greatest Attorney 1.
Stabbed
Well,
wildly. You actually saw her do
we
it?
did.
did.
We played the entirety of The Greatest Attorney 1, and now we're on number 2.
Completely voice acted.
Yep, if you want to watch it, there's a playlist on my YouTube channel. TGAA 1 and 2 Tagaha.
Oh, indeed. The terrible spectre, the terrapin inspector, the bloody torrent, the author's torment.
Kosonaga is still coughing blood as always. Hey, that's Ace Attorney is all about callbacks.
Call back.
Every sight and every sound is still carved in my melancholy memory.
Soseki's still doing JoJo poses. Some things never change.
That was my impression, at least, as a future literary sensation.
Council, what on earth was that shrill, effeminate scream?
Oh, no. What are you insinuating? I'm as manly a Japanese man as you.
I wonder if I might interject here, Soseki-san. Something you said is troubling me. Bros JoJo posing our end. Yep, that's right, Finn.
Oh, sup, Finn?
That was my impression. Were your words just now, I believe. JoJo posing indeed.
Ah, so do you mean to say you're not confident that you really did see what you described?
Everyone's commenting on the JoJo posing.
No, I mean, yes. I mean, I know what I said.
Sup?
Saw. My ears didn't deceive me, but I heard that scream. Hence, my eyes didn't deceive me either. I could describe everything I saw vividly. I could publish it all in tomorrow's newspaper, Serial.
It sounds as though the next installment of I Am a Cat may take a macabre turn.
Here, I got a fan for you, actually, I think, here. Just for you, here's your prop.
No way! Is it
I don't know,
nice?
it doesn't show up in camera frame, though.
For the meantime,
Just hold it up.
No.
I think this is a fool's errand. The more we press on your author friend on what he saw, the more entrenched he's going to become.
What?
It's Ida. It's not Ida.
How do you open it?
like this.
Oh, okay. No. You gotta do this in style. You get one part of it open, and you just go like.
Whoa, it's
I
so
wanted
loud.
to do that. I was afraid that I was gonna.
Sorry if that was loud. Headphone warning.
Oh, it's like not. It's like very stiff.
Yes.
What the heck?
It's sturdier
You
than
go
other
that way?
fans.
Oh,
my
shoot.
No.
Okay, let me
Stop.
try.
All right, enough.
No, I'm gonna try.
Enough with the fan prop. This is certified Butar moment. Who the heck is Susato SMH?
Okay, I'm gonna. That's my prop.
Yeah, I know, but it works as actually cooling us off.
Okay.
Oh my.
She was stabbed multiple times? How can you be sure of that?
We got the fan indeed. Very simply, from the blood on the blade.
The blood?
When I entered the hut, I saw the defendant holding the blade raised up in the air. Do we have the knife? No, we don't.
Just a pen.
We have the photograph.
Yeah, but I was wondering if you got the knife as a evidence
But, like,
piece.
is the knife in the photograph?
I mean,
Yes, that's right. I saw it too.
no. Because she was holding it, right? It's not like it was in the body. The power of glasses, Kun. Alright.
Oh,
I noted there was blood on the blade already at that point. In other words, the victim had already been stabbed at least once by the time I arrived on the scene.
yes, that's right. I saw it too.
And the victim was already holding the defendant's fountain pen in her hand too. Oh yeah, this is the case where the goose hat British yes, that it is where the swan hat died.
That British lady died.
All of which means I can be sure that the victim did not die instantly.
Yes, right. Saw it too. Maybe a year in London was too much for him. He sounds like he's forgotten how to speak Japanese.
Rip the swan hat? Hey, maybe the swan survived.
Oh my gosh.
The logic of your argument is sound at least. Well, as I said, it is my guiding principle to carry out all testimonies flawlessly. Rip the swan. Guys, the swan isn't dead.
Perhaps it should have
No animal abuse here.
Just human abuse.
Perhaps it should have been your guiding principle to protect the victim flawlessly. That's just my personal opinion, of course.
Wow, she just flamed that.
Whoa!
Only the hat
Hey.
survives.
You're killing him with your words.
I can't believe they voice acted just that part.
The freaky eyes.
Counsel, you will refrain from mocking the witness.
Savage.
The swan is gone. Actually,
Oh,
is the
no.
swan gone in the picture?
I just have.
No, there's the swan.
No, it's on his. No.
It's there.
It's dead.
It's
Look
just
at it,
hide.
it's
It just can't get
dead.
away.
Was it alive before?
Yeah, it comes to life. It's actually alive. It starts moving when she breaks down in the first case.
Oh, what the heck?
It was pretty fun to watch.
Oh no, I just have so many thoughts whirling around in my head. It's all I
It's
can
dead.
do to stand here wide-eyed and mute.
Goodness, my dear, you must really try to calm down.
But how am I supposed to find an inconsistency in what these two gentlemen are saying?
The real victim is the swan. True.
Yes.
I don't see why either of them would have any reason to it,
Lie.
to lie.
What you must remember, I think, is that witnesses may inadvertently lie at times. For various reasons, a misunderstanding, a mistaken observation, a delusion, even.
Ah, a delusion.
Delusion.
What's important is that we determine the truth, and there's only there's only one sure way to do that.
Yes, with evidence, of course.
Spoken like a true judicial assistant.
What is this thing in his tummy?
It's a puffball. During witness testimony, you can use E to pick up a piece of evidence to present for consideration. So you need to listen carefully to each statement and compare what's said to the details in the court record. If you find some conflicting information that may be inconsistency you're looking for, yeah, it's a tutorial, we get it.
Whoa.
Yes, it's all about inconsistencies.
It's time to think like Herlock. It's always time to think like Herlock. What do you mean? I was not paying attention to what he just said. Once you've identified a witness's statement that appears to conflict with a piece of evidence, go ahead and present with R and the way the head will present yourself. Yeah, I get it.
Yes, alrighty then. I'll consider the details of all the evidence in the court record against
Alright,
each
so
statement to
there's a
find
piece of evidence
inconsistency.
here. That's
I hold on to the
contradictory.
task.
Just barely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget that you can have the witnesses repeat their statements as many times as you'd like. Everyone has to start at the beginning, remember, so those wide eyes are quite forgivable. And besides, there's no one else to defend the poor girl.
You're right. I need to listen to the testimony again from the start.
No, I don't.
I will say, I just imagine this, like if this was in real life, just have them say the exact statement again. What? Sorry, let's go back to your first statements. Please
I
repeat
know.
it.
You
Susato
go-
is doing a great
go
job at
through
being a
them?
lawyer. Yes. Alright, let's look at the evidence we have.
We'll go through the statements real quick as well.
Yeah.
Post-mortem report?
Yeah, I think this might be important. So, didn't die instantly. Death would have occurred within
A
minutes.
single
Oh,
deep
single
stab wound.
Yep, there it is. That's it. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Wait, where did she get the armband from? It's part of the disguise. You gotta be
I'm
convincing.
the best.
All right, let's see.
So go to the guy where he said
Yeah, right here.
stabbing multiple times. Stabbed wildly.
Hold on, it's not that one. That's not the.
Yeah, wait, because that's just like.
Stabbed
It could have been
wildly.
like, it was stabbed. Wow.
Oh, there we go.
Hold right there.
There.
Good catch, good catch.
Present.
Objection!
Whoa.
Objection!
That's your lines.
Objection!
Wow, never seen this before.
With that accusatory cry that just welled up from deep inside me, I think I finally understand. Every time Kazuma-sama and Naruhodo-san have stood here at this bench, the stakes have been very, very high indeed.
Now, what's the meaning of that menacing pose, counsel?
Imagine if someone actually did this in court and stood there for a second just thinking, Objection! And everyone's like, what's going on? I'd like the witness to clarify something for me. Who, what, where, when, who, how?
What the heck?
The guy in the back. Not you, Saseki-san. This
Query.
Query? Inquiry?
is directed at Inspector Hosonaga.
That's me.
In your statement just now, you said that the victim was stabbed multiple times.
Yes, that's right. As I said when I entered the hut, the defendant was already standing over the victim, bloody knife in hand, like a murderous demon.
Oh, when Russian.
I know.
And
He's very close to Russia, I'm not gonna lie.
and yet
But this
that
was so the
cannot
whole
be.
point is we encountered this guy before we knew there's Russians in this game. So I was gonna he was supposed to just have like be like Russianish type voice. But then there's actually Russians in this game.
Yep. Unexpected.
And yet that
uncalled for.
cannot be.
What? Get to the point, please, Council.
Whoa.
Oh, her little book. In the post-mortem report, it clearly states that the victim was stabbed one time only.
Oh.
He's like over on the side. In other words, Inspector Hosanaga's testimony is clearly flawed.
Ugh.
And Soseki-san, me?
Oh my. I forgot.
You claim to have seen Membami-san in the throes of stabbing the victim. Yes, I did. Wildly.
Yeah, I just heard the Cosmos son's on brand.
But both you and the inspector confirmed the same point.
I think this is just
An armband.
yeah, I think it's to say that you're a lawyer, actually.
Oh, gotcha.
Like I think we don't, it's normally in the court record here every time for Naruhodo. But yeah, I think the whole point is like this shows that you're a lawyer.
Oh.
So I think that
there
she
was-
has to have it to as proof or proof.
That there was already blood on the knife that you saw the defendant holding.
If you're asking where she got it from, she obviously just mugged a random lawyer off the street and came here. Yes, and
It's quite simple. We know the murder weapon was used to stab the victim only once. Therefore, there is no way there could have been blood on the knife if that single stabbing hadn't already occurred. Ah! True!
then what exactly is your contention, Counsel? Are you ever going to tell us?
Yes, Your Excellency. There's only one logical conclusion. What Soseki-san in fact saw was not the moment that the defendant stabbed the victim at all, but the moment that the defendant in fact withdrew the blade from the victim's body.
Susato's mug a lawyer? I see it. Have you seen her Susato take down? She's already taken down one lawyer 30 times.
That can't be!
Excellent work, Susato. You exploded at them with that objection, and then proceeded to pull them apart systematically.
Objection!
Well, this takes me back. Yes, I seem to remember your cousin staged a scene much like this in that trial 9 months ago. A half-witted child with a half-baked objection attempting to steal the show.
You're right, there were certain similarities, except that so-called half-witted child managed to outwit the prosecution, who has only half a head of hair.
Shoot.
Slander! My head is quite adequately dressed. In any case, all this talk of stabbing and withdrawing in multiple wounds, it makes not a jot of difference.
What? Why not?
Engage your brain, young man. When the accused first plunged the deadly weapon into the victim, that was the fatal blow. And it was at that moment, just as she had withdrawn the blade ready for her next strike, that the witness saw.
You gotta do it audibly. Oh gosh.
Oh my.
The knife was already tainted with blood because the accused had already stabbed the victim.
I love that's like literally the perfect color too. Ah!
I think most fans are this color.
Sure.
Most fans
But I
are
mean, I've
red.
seen like other ones
That's
like
fair.
black and whatever.
All you have successfully shown with your little display is that mustached author is prone to moments of extravagance.
Ah!
Look at him shaking.
I am in agreement with the prosecution. If the defendant was seen wielding a blade at all, that is sufficient grounds for her actions to be viewed with suspicion.
But if she was withdrawing the blade,
Then we are back where we started.
sorry?
No, she reported the body, everyone. She's not sus.
Exactly.
Consider this, young yokel boy.
I don't know, man.
This time. This
It's
is my
already
time.
open,
This is
it's
my
already
time.
Open. It's already. Oh, you're gonna try to do it.
How do I do it, Thomas?
It's
I
like,
pull a
really
notch out.
Stiff.
I pull a notch out, and then I
You
flick
gotta
it.
go the way. Did you just
No,
break
no,
it?
no, no.
No. Did I?
I don't. Did you?
No way.
No, it's not broken, but I think it's felt like you folded it the wrong way. So I pull a notch
You
out.
gotta go the correct way. It only goes one way.
It only goes one way. So from here, I would whip it down.
You have to
Whip it
hold
down.
really hard.
But you can't. You have to hold it. You
just
have to hold
this.
from here.
Hold just that.
Oh.
And
Oh.
flip it really hard. Yeah, because it's like stiffer than like the other ones. Open it all
If
the
the
way.
student girl is as innocent as you claim, then why would she have pulled the blade
gotta
from
hold
the
like this.
victim
You gotta
and
hold
with a
like this.
demon's
Oh my
Like
gosh.
that, and then like that.
Yeah, we get to see the design.
with a demon's cold-blooded composure too?
The Great Ace Attorney stage play when? I know,
Oh,
right?
then he like
Oh, how do you?
I don't think you
flick
can
it
do
up.
that. You can't
This
do
one
that.
you can.
You can't
This
do
one's
that.
like, no,
So this is very particular on how you fold it though, so I just basically, yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
The prosecution demands an explanation, and it better be good.
Man, good thing this guy only appears one case in each game.
Hey, don't like my
fans,
voice?
fans too complicated. The fan
Why
words.
Fans
did,
too alright,
why
I'll take
did
the
Reed
fan.
pull out the knife?
Yes, going for the jugular.
Just wanna send this. What does father mean by that?
Who are you sending this to? The Great Ace Attorney to?
Let the judge, let the court hear your answer then, counsel.
Oh no.
The truth is, I don't really know. It's fine. But I have to come up with a plausible reason here, or we don't have a case. The reason why the defendant pulled the knife blade out of the victim's body was surely so she could
Stab her again.
You won't.
save her life.
Bet.
Oh my.
Bet.
Wait, did you actually click stab her again?
Let's
Yeah.
find Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We can do it. It's a tutorial case.
Well, this is only one possible answer. But
This is the only possible answer, guys.
could it have been so she could stab the victim again?
Pardon? Pardon? Excuse me?
Isn't there a saying? If someone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the left also?
Susa,
Yutaro.
Yutaro, what are you
You're
saying? Or rather, what are you doing? Do you realize what a hole you're digging?
Ah! Ah!
We lost a life.
I know.
Obviously. What?
Oh.
Yeah, what do you think?
Actions have consequences.
I thought some of the questions didn't
It
matter.
must
Actions
be the
have
pressure of
consequences.
being here. I'm starting to say things I don't mean.
No, it's right here. If it'll flash up here, but it's going to give you damage.
Quite a slap in the face for the woman you represent, you yokels in your heavy-handed ways.
No, I didn't. That was just an example. A mere musing. I didn't mean what that's what happened.
That damage sprite. Alright, alright. I suggest you take a moment to consider your answer next time, before you speak, counsel.
Well, savage.
Did she not get a chance to like say another?
No, she
Oh,
won't.
there we go. Right there. Yes, Your Excellency. Thank you for allowing me another chance. The reason why the defendant pulled the was to save her life.
Hide the knife.
You already did it once. I did that once.
According to the post-mortem
She got
report,
launched at the wall.
the victim's death was not instant.
That is correct. It's thought she would have remained conscious for a short while after sustaining the injury.
Indeed, giving her the time to take hold of this piece of evidence that clearly indicates her a killer.
The point is, being a medical research assistant, Membami-san was compelled to act when faced with a wounded victim. Instinctively, she pulled the blade out in an attempt to save Miss Brett's life.
Did you hear that, Your Excellency?
That Susato damage animation looks so painful.
It would seem this is the best we can expect of this young yokel.
Indeed.
Wow.
Ugh, is it just me or does it suddenly feel much colder in here?
Your Excellency, if I may, speak with this. I would like another opportunity to testify in respect to the slipshod assertion just put forward by this yokel defense counsel, I mean.
Is it a slip shot?
The heck is Slipshot?
Poorly put
An
together.
excellent idea, Inspector.
This damage straight for Susato, I do it sometimes. Just in real life, just casually, out in public. Oh!
Our
Die.
young Yoko Hopeful is a modicum of knowledge when it comes to the law, it seems. But in matters of medicine, he appears to possess not one iota of common sense.
Very well, Inspector. I will permit your request. You will testify again for the court on the subject of the defense's counsel's assertion. Yes, sir. I will do so flawlessly. Is it the fact that, you know, if you pull out the knife, they bleed
Flawless.
more?
What? Oh, maybe.
Because you're not supposed to technically pull out the knife.
Yeah, you're not
technically, you're supposed to pull out the knife if you're ready to, like, address the wound, though.
Yeah.
Right? No?
So you're not supposed to.
Well, obviously you have to. Like, they're not to live around with a knife in their stomach. Pulling a blade from a wound without thinking could cause heavy bleeding.
Well, there you go.
That's basic knowledge that any medical research assistant with an ounce of sense ought to know. In other words, there's no good reason why the defendants would have tried to pull the knife from the victim. Let's not forget that the young student did have a motive for killing the victim. The man the victim murdered 9 months ago, Dr. Wilson, was the defendant's highly respected mentor. No, I'm sure
Thank you, witness, for your conjecture.
Is what you just said true, Inspector?
No, I'm sure it's because she was trying to address the wound.
Could pulling a knife from a wound really cause the wound to bleed heavily?
Yes, think of the weapon itself as a stopper in the wound that prevents excessive blood loss. Until a doctor is ready to provide proper treatment, that stopper shouldn't be removed.
Oh, I see.
Ha! This is why Yoko should stay on the farm. Even a quack from some obscure mountain village would have such basic knowledge.
That's just impressively close, isn't it?
Anyone who's ever given someone a little poke with a knife and pulled it out again knows it.
Yeah, everyone knows that. Everyone
Oh,
stabs.
well, I've never stabbed anyone, you see. Or pulled a blade out of a wound, so...
Of course you haven't. I didn't bring you up to behave like a bandit.
Father, is it true what they're telling me?
Yes, it's basic remedial knowledge for medics. Ray would have been well aware of it. If she were to claim ignorance of such fundamentals, that would prove fatal in many ways.
But then why would Ray have done it? Could she have pulled out that knife in full knowledge that it would be fatal for Miss Brett?
I don't know. Questioner.
Ray never once mentioned anything about the knife to me. It almost seems impossible to believe, but did my friend actually have...
Susato,
Yes?
pull yourself together. We mustn't lose sight of why we're here.
Ah,
Counsel, it's time for your cross-examination.
oh yes, Your Excellency.
However, I must warn you that if your cross-examination fails to identify any issues with the established facts, I will be moving to my adjudication immediately afterwards.
I understand. Believing in your clients and fighting for their cause until the bitter end, I knew it would be hard, but I had no idea it would be this hard.
Alright, let's see.
Heavy
Could cause heavy bleeding. So let's see. There's no good reason.
Victim. Bit of motive.
Let's see. Alright, so it's gonna be around here. Let's look at the evidence we have.
That one. That one.
This one?
Press that one.
Well, I just want to see what evidence we have, though, real quick. Let's see. Fatal blah blah blah. Meiosis, okay, from the back.
Was that a... Oh, no.
Anyway, go back to the photo. I just want to look at it more. And maybe examine it.
You can't examine anything here.
You can't.
No.
There's a wine glass.
So there's a purse, there's wine. Someone is gonna be sipping wine. And the footsteps.
We still don't get to see what her face looks like. Alright, let's just press for now. We have to press.
This one.
Hold it! But the defendant had suddenly encountered somebody she knew lying on the ground, bleeding to death. The sight could have shocked her delicate sensibilities, causing her to remove the blade inadvertently.
Maybe. The boss.
I don't really think inadvertent actions can explain this. That woman is a medical research assistant. I can't imagine she would behave so irrationally.
Oh, but irrational behavior is a woman's prerogative, isn't it?
Now, so much for not being sexist.
Woke attorney!
Oh dear, you have a lot to learn about women. Only a small-minded man could have such bigoted views.
There we go.
Hey,
This
at
is
least,
the woke.
at least everyone else is
Oh
woke.
dear.
Everyone else is woke
Perhaps
except
I'm
the
letting
one
my male
female here.
persona take hold a little too much.
That's true, she's literally the only female in the room. Well, have I managed to convey the basics now? That should cover the medical side of the argument.
At least everyone else is woke. Where'd you get that?
Korea.
Oh.
It's broken now, though.
We broke it?
Yeah.
We did.
How did we break
Yeah,
it?
it's right here. When you guys were trying to open
I
it.
knew it. When you had opened, I heard a little.
No way.
okay.
I broke it?
It's okay, it's just a little glue. That's all it
It's
needs.
okay. It's okay.
Thinking can cause heavy. This is why you never use props.
Oh my. Oh.
It's okay.
The one time I try and open it, I break it. Oh my god.
In that case, there's an obvious explanation here. We broke.
Yeah. Which is.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No.
Clearly, the defendant, Rei Membami-san, Remember-me-san, does not possess an ounce of sense.
You're
Oh my
really good at
gosh.
this. And I thought Naruhodo was bad.
We broke it? Clip it.
What do you think about that, Professor Mikotoba? I'm not sure you should be labeling your best friend as lacking in common sense.
Well, I thought it would be better than labeling her as a murderer.
I plead insanity.
I don't know, young people today, if that's friendship, I don't understand it.
What the freak?
Careful, Counsel.
That
A
thing is
lack of common sense
huge.
can be a very dangerous thing.
That thing could be a murder weapon. Oh dear, that recoiled on me rather badly.
That's life, I'm afraid. A lesson everyone must learn. Hopefully you can see now that this is really basic medical knowledge. Being involved in medical research, Membami-san would certainly have been aware of it.
That one.
Big gavel. And gravel? No. Big,
Big
gravel.
gravel. Big gravel.
You say doing it without thinking could be a problem. Does that mean that if you used due care and attention, it would be alright?
I wouldn't have thought this needing spelling out, really, but the blade is like a stopper in the wound, remove it, and seriously hemorrhage occur. In other words, a medic would need to be present before any attempt was made to withdraw the blade. Doing it without thinking would be madness, you just can't do it.
Oh, well, thank you for such a thorough explanation.
You see, Counsel, when you act without thinking, the result is a bloodbath.
Back to the witness testimony, please. Alright, well, I didn't think I'd have to press these last few statements, but I guess we do.
Whatever the motive, it just isn't in Membami-san's nature to do something so awful.
But she had both motive and opportunity. That's very hard to argue against.
But you don't know
The defendant.
the defendant.
And you, Counsel, do not appear to know the law.
Yes, evidence is the only way to convince the core of your argument, not feelings.
With this fledgling to defend her, I would almost say I pity the accused.
Is Ray just taking the things Sato is saying? Yeah, she's just in the background aghast.
Yeah. So do I.
Inspector, you will reiterate your point about the defendant's motive, please. Ah, yes, Miss Brett was in many ways the sworn enemy of Membami-san.
Oh my gosh, they just go harder and harder. Went from having motive to sworn enemy.
Well, yes, that's true. Dr. Wilson recognized Membami-san's talent and offered her the position of assistant despite her being a woman. He was extremely grateful to him.
Yes, the Englishman appears to have been a very broad-minded individual.
Hey, broad.
Are you making a fat joke right now?
No, like a broad. That's like you refer to a
broad?
woman, she's a broad. You've
You're
never
making a
heard that?
fat. Dr. Wilson
He's
had
a
no time for
broad-minded,
outdated.
like, oh, she's
yes,
a broad.
I get it. For outdated traditions, he met with opposition, of course, but he believed firmly in Membami-san's abilities. Clearly, the defendant was in the man's debt, which only serves to prove my point.
This is hopeless. I can't find a single crack in this testimony anywhere.
That is true.
If Ray knew that withdrawing the knife from the wound would threaten Miss Brett's life further, I just can't think of any way to explain why she did it.
Susato, at times like this, when it's especially important to remember the fundamentals.
Press E!
The fundamentals? Evidence is what counts in the courtroom, is it?
Of course, but I've been through the court record dozens of times already.
I think perhaps you're forgetting something.
Don't you remember when we invested the scene of the crime yesterday?
You needn't take the evidence at face value. You can and must oh, now I can examine it? Oh, wow. In one Ace Attorney game, they used feelings as evidence. I don't
No, they did
remember
not.
that, honestly. Or
Woke
wait,
Attorney for sure.
is it 5 or 6, actually? Because where they use the analysis with all of Athena's things. That's kind of different. That's like, it's like how they use spirit mediums. They're just using science.
No.
Ugh. I realize this is your first time playing the role of a lawyer in the courtroom. I will say for that game, I'm pretty sure they use it as evidence. They use it to get more out of the witness. It was probably 5 and 6, honestly, because that's Athena's whole thing. Alright, feelings as evidence from dual destinies, yeah. So if you need reminding of the rudiments, you only ask. I'll do my very best to help.
Examine the evidence in the court record. It's an idea, certainly. What should I do?
I know what to do. Please, get me out of here.
Come to think of it. Kazuma-sama and Naruhodo-san were always turning evidence over and over in their hands. Yes, I need to examine.
Okay,
things.
It's
this
still
is
told you,
totally-
and then you said I know.
Ah, by the look in your eyes, I see it's coming back to you. Go through the court record again and have a thorough look at everything. You may just find a clue. Yes. Yeah, Athena's whole therapy thing is evidence. It's not used as evidence, though, I'm pretty sure, at any point. It's, like, used to get more from the witness. They don't use it to, like, prove any points.
Don't click present.
Investigate the photo. You don't really know though.
I think I meant to investigate the pen, actually.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Magnifying glass.
It's the
Wait,
pen.
their space was magnifying glass.
I'm pretty sure it's the pen.
Pen.
If we... Oh, look at Haruda. If we take off the pen's lid...
He does look a lot more like a guy in this picture.
Yeah.
Oh
Nothing
my.
appears, obviously. Now let's unscrew the barrel, shall we?
What
What?
the heck?
There's no ink.
It's the classic James Bond.
This must be the little reservoir that holds the ink.
Yes, you fill it by drawing. You fill it by drawing ink from a bottle up the nib.
He was gonna fill it with
Is
blood.
something wrong, Father?
It's just that there doesn't actually appear to be any ink in there, is all.
Oh yes, you're right. It's pretty much empty. Well, it could be on the verge of running out, I suppose. Details, blah 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 blah.
Okay, I don't see what
What's
that
that?
had to do with anything, but we'll see.
There's some sort of emblem here. Look. But it isn't a Yume University one.
It must belong to some other organization, I suppose. A business of some kind. James Bond themes. But that would seem to imply that the pen doesn't in fact belong to Ray.
It's not actually.
Yep, that's what I was figuring.
And then the
The-
RM
Yep, the two.
initials are very clearly engraved.
And the fact that Miss Brett was clinging to this pen in her dying moments is very clearly a message, too.
To identify her killer, you mean?
I don't think there can be any doubt that this is a key piece of evidence in this case. I think that's...
Probably it for the
everything.
pen.
Yeah. Alright,
Dun,
let's
dun.
Go
go
to
on
the,
with
maybe
this.
the newspaper too, because we haven't really.
Yeah, I
examined
don't...
that.
You can't examine anything here, so it's not this. Okay, we can examine this, though.
Rauko's England returnees tell all. This is the interview with you and Suseki-san, is it, Father?
HD.
It looks as though it was quite an exchange.
Yes, he became a little over-animated when he was talking about his time in England. The photographer managed to capture the moment his hand karate chopped me on the neck.
I do hope you weren't hurt. Can you flip it over?
Yeah. This...
Suseki-san. Oh, there seems to be an important article on the back page as well. Exclusive: deadly poison stolen from Yume Medical Research Laboratory.
It's gonna be in the pen.
From Yume's medical research. Father, isn't that your lab?
What the? Let me see that. The poison's been stolen?
It's this morning's paper that Suseki-san gave us. Are you saying you didn't know?
As embarrassing as that is for the head of the laboratory, I didn't. I've not heard any such thing. Where on earth could the reporter have gleaned his information?
Come to think of it, there was no article mentioning this story in our paper this morning, was there?
It's a highly toxic poison we've been working on in the strictest confidence. I put Ray in charge of the product.
Right, she was managing it?
If what's written here is true, it means that she tried to hide the theft from me. And moreover, the details were leaked out somehow.
I don't believe it.
We need to read this article very carefully. Alright, well, we've read the
What
article
the
very
heck?
carefully.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we have more stuff.
Oh, there. It's the article. Right there.
Oh.
Alright, let's see. Following a lecture by Yume by Soseki Natsume came to light, a very disturbing incident took place. More poison. A deadly poison being secretly developed by the university's forensic science laboratory was stolen. Even the smallest amount entering the body via the mouth or wound from a poison-laced blade would prove fatal in minutes. Current methods cannot detect the newly developed... Of course they can't. The university would have to be consulted. Alright, so she probably died from the poison. Onset of the symptoms occurs in minutes, starting with impaired breathing, ending with acute contraction of pupils prior to death. Such symptoms suggested of this toxin, apparently an entirely new synthesis of alkaloids, and rumored to have been commissioned by the military. Or maybe it's because she already knew that she was dead.
She tried to pierce her lungs to get the poison.
Wait,
out.
the reason why
Okay, so it's probably one of the first three. Let's present here. I'm pretty sure it's
But
this.
What are we presenting?
I think it's gotta be this.
We're gonna prove that she poisoned her instead?
No, maybe she was trying to get the poison out or something. I don't know.
Oh my.
I don't know.
goodness.
Wait, go to the other things. Heavy bleeding. Do that one with the poison one. Because maybe she wanted, yeah, like bleeding out. Help her. I don't know.
What the freak?
What happens if
Is there
you
anything that
put
says
that
she was holding a pen in her hand?
No, there's nothing. No one's saying anything about that. I think that's gotta be this one. I think.
But I think it's to bleed out.
See?
No, there
It was
is one
self-defense.
possibility.
Because she's holding the
One
pen with the
very good
poison.
reason-
Gonna stab her, so I stab her with the knife in self-defense because she's gonna poison me.
Might be it.
Ah. But from behind. How from, like, she would have been from behind.
She
Like.
slapped her.
I don't know. We'll
Spins
see.
around, and as she spins around, stabs her.
Maybe
The
read this?
defendant might have decided to withdraw the knife from the victim's wound.
What?
Ha! The Yoko not only has a poor grasp of the law, but is also a poor loser.
No, I think it's because she wants. Because
Tell
she
us then.
probably like saw the symptoms and then probably wanted to identify like the blade or something.
To get poison out of the blood, I don't know. It's like a rattlesnake bite, right? You cut the wound and suck.
Maybe, or as I said, like maybe she like knew like the poison, like it was the poison, and she wanted to check the blade.
What possibility do you think you've identified?
It's here in this newspaper article. An article about a deadly poison having been stolen from a laboratory at the Imperial Yume Unit.
Objection!
His
The
voice
victim
is-
perished from a stab wound. Poison has no relevance in this case.
But
Prosecutor Ouchie, you will let the defense speak.
that's annoying.
But a newspaper article, the court cannot rely on it, the kind of hearsay those wretched publications carry.
Counsel for the defense. I am going to need some tangible basis for your claim. You will indicate to the court precisely what part of the newspaper article mentioned affirms your assertion.
Your Excellency.
Yes, of course. Thank you. I would never have done something to further endanger Miss Brett's life without just cause. The reason why the defendant pulled the knife from the victim's body is explained in the article where it says
Oops, that was not the one I wanted to click.
poison was apparently stolen from a medical research laboratory at Yume University.
It was the right one.
Yes, it would
Yes, it
seem
would seem
so. Calling the department's security practices into question.
The very department of the professor standing so nonchalantly opposite me, I believe.
Susa, Ryutaro,
Yes, Father?
was there some reason you felt it necessary to highlight the fact that the theft occurred in my department?
Oh, he's not mad. He's just
How
disappointed.
can I explain it?
It
It was the first detail I cast my eye over, I suppose.
I suggest you read the article again, carefully.
I'm so sorry. Oh dear, Father's fuming.
Alright, yeah, I meant to click on this.
Deadly intended quantities. The article reveals the following property about the poison in question. When the toxin enters the body on a knife laced with the poison, it's rapidly absorbed and causes death in minutes.
Are you suggesting?
If the knife used to attack Miss Brett was laced with this very poison, it would explain why the defendant, Membami-san, would have withdrawn the blade as soon as possible. Yes, the truth is, it was an attempt to stop the poison from entering the victim's body.
What?
Interesting.
I feel like by the time you see the knife in her already, it's kind of too late. But
This is complete and utter nonsense.
I guess she's the one helping develop the poison, so like she would know.
Not at all. The defendant withdrew the knife blade from the victim's body not to accelerate the woman's demise, but to save her life, and the prosecution cannot deny the possibility.
What do y'all think of Iris Wilson?
Small child.
Yeah.
I know who Iris is.
I don't know, man. It's been so long.
Iris.
Iris is my favorite.
I hate. No, I'm just kidding.
I like Iris, but honestly,
She's
my
fun.
favorite
She
gotta
cool.
be Herlock Sholmes.
Oh my gosh.
Herlock
so annoying, dude.
Sholmes. Alright, what was that? Anyway.
I like.
It's your thing. Have you not read?
Have you not read the post-mortem report? The cause of death was hemorrhage.
Oh, but then we present the fact that it's
Yeah, yeah.
undetectable. I think my favorite character is the Russian.
Oh, well, there's a few Russians.
No, it's
Okay,
the same
so-
dude the whole time.
No, I'm saying there's also the people on the boat that are Russian, but
It was the same dude.
no.
It was a callback.
The sailors are Russians too.
Oh,
I'm saying you can't say Russian.
Okay, the Russian dude who's a recurring
The
character.
terrorist.
Squeezes the terrorist.
The word poison appears nowhere in the document.
Herlock Sholmes, indeed. What was your favorite from the first game?
Probably
Mr. the.
either Herlock Sholmes or Gina.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like Gina.
Well,
What you got?
well,
That's how Gina talks.
I know it was fun.
Yeah,
to
thank
see.
you finding your Dalmatian there. What did she just say? I don't know. It's even harder when Thomas
Well,
says it.
that's because by acting quickly to remove the blade, the defendant prevented the poison from taking hold.
Oh, please, this is clearly desperation. The weasel's last breaking of wind.
Gina is cool, yeah.
Poison has nothing whatsoever to do with this case, as I believe the defense is well aware.
I will say my second favorite characters, the Skulkin brothers.
Hey,
Oh.
hey there, Grump. Oh, well.
They were
not-
funny.
Oh wait, no, I like my racist prosecutor.
Ah.
I forgot. The Reaper of the Bailey. Even though he's
And the
freaking
judge
sexist
that's
and
like
racist.
on his last breath.
Yeah, I have a lot of characters, but they're my my favorite because I make them my favorite.
We have no proof that the information in this wretched newspaper article is at all reliable anyway.
In that situation, what the student should have done is wait for medical assistance to arrive. Barrack? It's not Barrack. What? Barrack?
The Rock.
What was his name? It's
The Reaper of the Bailey.
It's something Van Zeeks, but what was it? Was it
Lord
just...
Van Zeeks.
Lauren Van
No, it was
Zeeks.
like... well, his name's not Lord Van Zeeks.
No, that's what they said.
I think it's Baron Van Zeeks. I think it's Baron, not Barrack. I don't remember.
Baron
though.
Van Zeeks.
But instead, you claim she suspected poisoning, took the potentially lethal decision to remove the blade. Wine guy, yes. The guy that never drank
Yes.
wine, basically,
Well,
and
he did
broke
sip
the glass.
It. He would sip it.
Who wasted more wine than drinking it.
Yeah.
She must have had a strong reason for her suspicions then, or the argument makes no sense. Okay, so this is right before the death report.
Exactly. Well put, Inspector. On what grounds did she do it?
Yokel?
Why did Ray suspect the stolen poison was involved? If you want grounds, I'll give you
the
grounds.
pen. The pen.
What?
The pen.
No, it's the death report because the eyes widened.
Oh, I thought it was the pen.
No.
That's the grounds. That's why she thinks there's poison, not because the eyes widened. But
No.
she thinks because they're asking why would she think to pull out the knife? Like on what grounds?
Why would she
do
think that the person was why would she think the person was poisoned? The person was probably poisoned because she noticed the eyes were widened.
Yeah.
Or because she's holding the pen containing the poison.
But we don't know. She
We
doesn't
don't
know
know
that
there's
poison's
poison
in
in
there.
there.
I mean, I do know though.
But we know for a fact that
But
like,
I
the
do know.
eyes
All
like
right,
that.
yeah.
I know.
We know there's poison in there, but she doesn't know that there's poison in there for sure.
Freaking
Exactly.
character in-game knowledge versus out-of-game knowledge.
You can't possibly.
From your expression, counsel, it would appear those are not empty words.
They're
But
completely
naturally,
empty.
as you stand in this courtroom as a lawyer, you must be aware that words alone, empty or not, are of no value in our modern justice system. The court demands evidence.
Yes, Your Excellency, I'm well aware of that. I've seen it many times, from my place at his side in the Old Bailey.
In that case, counsel, you will present the proof to the court now. What evidence? This demonstrates a clear link between the case and the poison
Present.
in the newspaper article.
I would ask the court to refer to the notes section of the post-mortem report, which reads, extreme meiosis, pupil constriction was observed in the victim.
Ah,
Clearly, being a yokel with no knowledge of forensic science, I have no idea, so please do tell me. Presumably, the fact that this condition of the victim was noted in the post-mortem report means that it's an unusual symptom of death.
Well,
under normal circumstances, the pupils dilate when someone dies. If there was an extreme constriction instead, that's most certainly unusual, yes.
what are you doing, you yokel detective?
In the newspaper article, there's the following information about the stolen poison. Onset of symptoms occurs in minutes, ending with acute contraction of the pupils prior to death.
What?
If the defendant, upon seeing the victim stabbed in the back, happened to notice that the pupils of Miss Brett's eyes had constricted severely,
Yes, as a medical research assistant, she would have suspected poison immediately, without doubt.
Prosecutor Ouchie, I think you'll agree. This is very compelling evidence.
Think if she just testified.
I know, right?
We would just have all
You,
this.
you, yokel student and yokel professor.
I believe the defense has expertly demonstrated a credible reason for someone's case, for someone's actions, for the defendant's actions.
No.
Eugene Mikotoba.
Eugene.
Yes, Your Excellency. I believe you are best placed here to confirm or deny the veracity of the defense counsel's argument. You will tell the court the truth about the details reported in this newspaper, please. It pains me to have to admit it, but I'm afraid I don't know. You don't know? The toxin was kept under lock and key in my laboratory, certainly, but I was unaware of any theft. I think yokel means dumb, I guess. I think yokel is more like countryside, like country
Yeah.
bumpkin type. Do you mean to tell the court that the reports of this theft are unfounded? Means, yeah. No, Your Excellency. Without returning to the laboratory to investigate myself, I couldn't say.
Ha! Listen to the bumbling academic. Unaware of the theft of secret state research from his own workplace until he reads of it in the newspaper.
Oh, I see. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that. I take full responsibility for the incompetence of my
You
supervision.
can quote me on that, that's for sure what it means.
Father,
A pitiful situation for a university professor. You should have more control over your students rather than allowing them off on killing sprees.
Go forth on your killing spree.
that's totally unfounded.
Hold it.
Oh!
It's gotta be the defendant, yeah.
Oh, finally. Holy crap, I forgot she was here. None of this is Professor Mikotoba's fault. It's all my fault.
Danganronpa. Dangaronga. What?
No, you go to my channel for that. I'm just kidding.
Ray,
If only.
If only.
Ray,
Membami-san, you stand accused here. An outburst like this will not be tolerated.
But it was me. I was the one who noticed that the poison we were developing had been stolen that day.
What?
so you knew.
I'd been placed in charge of overseeing the project. It was the day that the professor and Soseki-san were interviewed together for the newspaper. That's when I noticed that some of the poison was missing. Just a tiny amount it was.
Killing game. Why is Danganronpa coming out? I'm not sure. Also, it's Rompa. Why didn't you let me know immediately?
I was scared. The whole project was supposed to be confidential, but some of the toxins somehow been taken. So I decided I'd try to get it back before anyone else found out. Because I had a very good idea of who the thief was.
The thief. You don't mean.
It was me.
Yes.
Yes, of course, it was that dainty English woman.
Miss Jezile Brett.
That's why I decided to join the little group of people going to the seaside. Inside the beach hut, I confronted Miss Brett. But she just sat on a stool in the back of the hut, smiling sweetly at me, as if she knew she was untouchable. So I
Maybe she was
stabbed her.
Maybe she was stabbed through the back.
Oh.
Like, because she said.
I
she
know
said
it was
she
you
was
who stole the
through back.
poison.
I think they would notice that in the tent. I mean, I don't know actually.
Well, now, whatever do you mean?
Well, I don't like.
I don't think she sounds too much like that person. I think she's more like
that McGilded.
no.
like
I think she sounds more like a
Or
mother.
the granny.
Yeah, like the Telegram person with that voice.
Oh.
But I think that she sounds more like like a
Well,
hot.
now,
She sounds more like a
whatever do you
haughty
mean?
person. Yeah, very full of herself.
Okay, sure, yeah.
And that don't matter that much. She's dead. She's dead.
She suddenly got to her feet before falling to her knees in front of me and then collapsing on the
someone
floor.
stabbed her through the back of the tent. But then the knife wouldn't be through the back of the tent. Unless it was
No,
on
unless
Also, how
it's stuck in
also
her.
she would know that
Yeah.
she's been stabbed. I
But
feel
I'm
like.
saying like if it was through a fabric and she was stabbed through the tent, then like the knife wouldn't have gone through the
Yeah.
Depends on how you slash down. Create a big enough opening.
Okay, but also like, it sounds like she was just sitting there conversating, even though she
Yeah.
knew that. But she knows that she's been stabbed. I feel like I don't know. I don't know.
Well, no, like it happened while she was talking, and then all of a sudden,
But it takes
got
a few
stabbed.
minutes. It takes a few minutes for the poison to go off.
Right, so she gets
She wouldn't just be
stabbed,
sitting there while she was stabbed. I
and she
feel
falls
like.
down, and then she's like, oh.
Uh,
You know what I mean? Like while they're talking, someone from behind the thing.
That's when I saw the knife in her back. I couldn't understand what had just happened.
so I stabbed her.
And then a moment later, I was seized with fear. The pupils of her eyes they
Okay.
shrunk to tiny pinpoints.
Ray, what the?
What the?
I don't believe it. In other words, you realize that the victim was suffering the effects of the stolen poison.
My mind started racing. I hadn't seen anything past Miss Brett's lips whilst I'd been with her, which left only one possible way for the poison to have entered her body.
On the blade of the knife in her back.
And that train of thought was spurred you to withdraw the blade.
Yes, if the moment that had entered her bloodstream was small enough, she might still have a chance.
Or if the amount.
Yeah.
That's what I had hoped. That's what I hoped. Really, I'm so sorry for staying silent this whole time.
Who's the one that when they bow down, they just slash, and slam their head against the table?
I don't remember.
There was one of the characters did do that. I feel like though. Your attempt to hide the truth of what happened is not something that can be overlooked. However, I have duly noted the courage with which you confessed in the end.
Thank you, Your
It
Excellency.
looks like you're slamming your head
I
down.
know.
It's barely perceptible, but I do think the balance has shifted a little here in this courtroom now.
Objection! Your Excellency, do not be deceived. The victim just collapsed before your eyes, you say. Well, Membami-san, if that is the case, perhaps you can explain how Miss Brett came to be stabbed.
Well,
You have no answer because
Maybe
the
we can look back
simple
at the
truth
image
is that
and
you
see if there's,
stabbed
like,
the
a
victim
hole
motivated
through
by
the sheet.
revenge.
Where the
You can take a
stool
look at
was.
the tent.
Yeah,
It's
see?
up.
Boom,
There we
baby.
go. There it is.
And she was sitting right there. Yeah.
Boom,
All right.
baby.
There you go. But you have no conclusive evidence to prove that assertion, do you?
Oh,
But I do.
I have evidence, and it is very much conclusive.
What's the prosecution counsel up to? It was brief, but he hesitated for a moment there. I'm almost sure.
You will produce the aforementioned evidence at once, Prosecutor Algie.
Perhaps some praise is due, young yokel student.
What?
I had imagined there would be no need for me to submit this evidence. But you've brought this on yourself.
Oh, she looks pissed.
What the? Did a more damning shot exist?
Who took these photos?
I know,
Cruelty in
right?
The air on that beach is almost palpable. Well, it's because she's determined to get the blood out.
I think it's actually more because she's just thinking about whether she wants to pull the blade out or not.
Right.
This evidence, more than any other, reveals the true extent of the accused's murderous nature. For it shows the precise moment that Membami-san plunged her dagger into the victim's back.
I mean, does it
You
though?
don't
No,
know, you
because
don't
she's on
know
the
that.
ground already. That's not the exact moment.
That's not true, no. I don't believe it. Ah!
Sato just starts to cuss. Beep! Order. Counsel for the defense. Was it you who was responsible for that shrill scream that just pierced my courtroom?
Perhaps his voice has yet to break. These yokels are slow of mind and slow to mature.
I'll show you who's slow to mature.
Careful now. Susato is starting to show her face here. It is often said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and here we have ample proof. The court will accept this extremely cogent photographic print as evidence.
I can't believe he's had a photograph like that up his sleeve the entire time. Wait, let's look at the photograph again. Such a stark image, I'm genuinely lost for words.
It's just her pulling it out of her back.
I mean, yeah. I think the whole point is like they're saying that you can see these tints on her face.
Yeah.
But I think the whole point is like
I think we're gonna accuse the person who
But
took
also,
the photo.
just the way that she's holding it is a weird way.
I
if you were
can
to
see it
stab-
pulling it out.
No, I know, but pull it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're saying for
I'm
stabbing.
saying to stab would be like, it's such a weird way. Usually it's
Yeah.
more like this. Not like, I'm gonna stab you in the
Especially if
back.
it's just one knife. Wait a minute. I don't understand. How did you... I mean, who took that photograph?
I know. Right.
That's of no importance here. Stop trying to divert attention.
Oh, it's the reporter. He's gonna be our last witness.
And he's gonna be the person responsible.
That's an absurd thing to say. It's crucially important. Whoever took this photograph print was a witness to Miss Brett's death. The court must be allowed to hear this person's testimony.
Ah!
I will uphold the defense's demand. The prosecution will reveal the identity of the person who is responsible for taking this photograph at once.
Oh, beep. Well, I'm afraid I can't do that.
Pardon?
You see, this print arrived at the Imperial Police Bureau headquarters by express post yesterday. But there was nothing to indicate the sender's name or address. The provenance of the print is unknown.
Goodness.
Are we to understand then, counsel, that in full knowledge of the fact that this photograph has the murkiest of origins, you nevertheless believe it fit for submission as evidence in the Supreme Court?
When you first produced that print before, I noticed that you hesitated for a brief moment, because you knew that I wasn't completely reliable evidence, did you?
Silence, you yokel student and blabbering professor!
What if in the 8th grade attorney they cuss? No? But I have a very
What was that
different
one
vibe.
the short you sent me on YouTube? Where that does happen?
I don't remember.
No?
I have
I'll
no
look it up in a
idea.
second.
I'd be a very different vibe though if they cussed all the time.
Oh,
What matters is the blatant truth that this print so eloquently expresses.
But the defendant has already admitted to pulling the blade from the wound. Duh. Clearly this isn't the moment that the knife was plunged into the victim's back, but...
The moment it was withdrawn. Don't waste this court's time with your ramblings.
Indeed, without knowledge of who produced this print, we have no means of verifying the claim. And the scene it captures is without a doubt the most compelling evidence presented to the court. If the defense is unable to shed any further light on the matter, I believe the conclusion is clear.
Oh no!
oh no.
Susato, this is the time for you to fight. If what you've established so far is true, then there can be no doubt.
Just present the hole in the wall.
This photograph shows the moment that Ray withdrew the blade from the victim.
Yes, we just need to prove that somehow.
You'll have plenty of time to rue your defeat on the slow train back to the provinces.
Oh,
And
To rue.
to rue the day you came up against Daicosmos Ouchie in a court of law.
If I can't determine who took this photograph, then the trial is going to come to an end. I mean, the fact that it's through the thingy, it's through the hole of the thing.
that
right?
still doesn't show who stabbed it though.
I know, but it proves that there's a hole in the back of it.
Technically,
well as the
anything
photograph.
could have made that hole.
That's true.
There was no proof of the knife making the hole.
That's true. There must be a clue somewhere. There must be some way of working out who took it.
Well, counsel,
But it's
the person who works
it's
at
the
RF.
person that killed him. Your Excellency. The burning question is who took that photograph, and the truth is, I have the answer.
I mean, what else am I gonna say?
I don't know.
The truth is, I don't know, but
Because
What do you-
RF is not
this
her
isn't
name.
about whether I can or can't come up with the answer now.
Or M, but yeah.
RM.
I simply have to. The identity of the person who took this dramatic photographic print is the victim. I mean, not the victim. Is the is the person who actually did it. is, I assure you, something the defense can and will reveal.
What? No, you can't possibly. But as you so boldly claim that you can, please do enlighten us.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to present a name.
How utterly underwhelming. Do you really believe you could?
However, I am able to present evidence. The defense has a piece of evidence that reveals important details about the photographer's identity.
I know who, what, I know
What?
who, know what it is. I can't say. Obviously, don't say it though. It's a spoiler. Very well then, counsel. I present your proof to the
It's
court.
it's the
It's
pen.
the pen. It's the pen. Yeah, we know.
Pen.
The piece of evidence in question is this.
Her eyes. I'm afraid, counsel, that when presenting evidence, you must learn to temper those wide, nervous eyes. Oh, okay. Wasn't
Yeah,
the
it's
pen.
not that. It's the photograph with the
What?
hole in it. I'm telling you guys.
What the heck?
It's the photograph of her.
Okay.
Another piece of evidence. It's
All
the
right.
yeah, with the hole.
I totally thought it was the pen, showing this is another part.
I
of the
thought
blade.
that too, yeah.
No, I was like, no.
Nope, it's not that
It's
either.
not this either. Check everything close. All right. Guess we haven't examined everything.
What?
Alright. Ray examination.
Okay,
this
so
photo.
maybe go to the photograph itself.
Okay, yeah, it can't be this
So
one for
we
sure. There's
can't-
nothing. It's nothing to
What about the
examine
new
here.
one? The new
But
one.
there might be stuff to examine here. No.
No.
The fact that it's through a hole in the thing.
Nope, not this
In
one.
the tent.
I mean, there's nothing you can't examine on these things. This is the thing.
Yeah, check that. The poison article. Okay, not this. The military, maybe? Would have been commissioned by the military?
Mm,
Wait. So we're trying to figure out.
No, we have already done the pen.
I'm just looking at it real quick in case we miss something.
Open it up. Can you spin it and then do it again?
Open it again. Click it again.
Oh, can I open it again? No, this says check mark on it. That means we've already. Yeah, we've already examined this. It won't have. It'll show that it doesn't have the check mark.
Wait, click the lid
Yeah.
or the button now at the bottom.
It's not a button. It's just an insignia.
Okay, never mind that.
Can we?
Okay, I don't think it's the pen. No. We don't need a hint.
And we're trying
If
to.
we need a hint,
No,
we'll say-
it's the pen.
And we're
It's a
trying
pen?
I
to.
feel like it's something on the pen.
Okay, if we need a hint, we'll say it. Well, we'll say if we need a hint. The whole point is it has
Now,
a check mark.
now
if
look
you
at this
examine
front part. Turn facing that. Oh, nothing.
it. Yeah.
The initials you've examined.
Yep.
The tip.
We can't examine the tip. Looked at it from multiple angles. Whoops, did not mean to click on that.
Oh.
No, I'm pretty sure there's nothing left
There's
on the pen.
nothing else.
Okay.
So just to be sure or be clear, we're trying to prove
Go back.
that there's a
who
we're-
the person is?
Go to this article.
and then go to the back.
Okay, no, not this. Go to the.
It's annoying that there's no way to prove because like we can literally see in the photograph that there's a hole where he was sitting on the bench.
Yeah, what the heck? This is so weird.
The photograph again. There's really no way to. Can you click with it?
No, I mean,
The wine
No,
glass
And you
that had
can't
the
like
poison
zoom
in it.
in to that. Zoom into the thing.
No.
You
no,
can't present that again
no.
because we already did, and there's like
You just
now.
presented that.
Yeah. That's annoying that you can't like look at the photograph like how we looked at the other.
Well, I
things.
mean, that's just, it's fine, because that means it's just not the photograph.
Right, I guess.
Go back to the pen.
Go back to it.
Go to the top before you unscrew it all. Go to the bottom.
I looked read it very.
By the military, that's what I would assume.
Yeah,
Poison
maybe.
article. You present the poison article.
Might as well.
We got one life. Send it. Yeah.
He said it's in question.
Nope,
Is this?
it's not it.
Okay, so it's literally.
Oh no.
What is it then? You gotta save.
You better
We'll
save.
save
Gotta
here. Don't
save.
worry, it's not the last case. We'll save here. Oh wait, I can review scene? What's that? Check everything even if it's not new. Okay. Anyway, review scene. Do not worry, Vicstar. We got this, so no need for any assistance. But also, what is
So go back
this?
to the pen and check everything even if it's not
Turn
new.
to question.
Review scene.
Click. Yeah, just click on the newspaper article and click it again, I guess.
So we literally presented.
But maybe you have to investigate something first. There's
It's
you
so
can't click
annoying
on
'cause
this,
you
so it's
can't-
not this.
Like we already know what happened, but it's so annoying how you can't like.
Okay, we already did this. Go back to the pen. Go back to the pen.
I just wonder if I can do anything here.
Did you click on the initials? Click on the initials.
That's it.
Very clearly engraved. Click on the back.
What?
I was just skipping past because I assume there's nothing new, but yeah, yep. Okay.
Isn't.
Okay. Open it up.
Actually, I want to read what it said.
Yeah.
It's just
Let's
clear that
see.
it's not
Well,
from
you know,
Yuma
this is Emblem University. Please have a spot of that. They're obviously convinced of race skill from the outset. Okay.
Nice. Is something wrong? No ink. Yes, you're right. It's pretty much empty. No! We got of it so soon. There's nothing else to. That's like the only thing we can even inspect. I guess that. Oh, this is different. No, 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 it's not. Oh, the reporter. It's the reporter himself.
Well, we saved, right?
Yeah.
And actually, it totally is this because
How did the reporter
we've
find
already
out?
we've already done this,
No
and
one
that.
told him
we
except
know
the
it's-
reporter
No,
knows.
that's fair.
Yeah.
What is that? The newspaper again.
Oh my gosh, we finally got it.
Raucous England returnees tell all. It's not that side. Every time they do this.
It's not the headline that's relevant here, Your Excellency. It's the photograph.
Oh wait, it is?
Woo! Never
Look
mind.
closely. That there are some white
What?
lines.
Well, I
on the
completely missed
right-hand
that.
side. Oh, 'cause
Oh
it's a
my.
cracked. It's a cracked camera.
And the same one.
And the same one appears on the thing.
Oh.
I
interesting.
did not see that.
Nope, didn't see it. Wow, I'm shook. Usually, I always get literally everything.
That was.
I'm
oh.
shook. That's the first time I forget. I feel like I
That's
missed
like that's the
something.
first time they actually pulled one over me, and I feel like it's my fault for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm shook.
Wow. Yep.
Dang, I'm shook.
Thank you, Vicstar. We made it finally.
On accident.
Thank you.
On accident.
What of it? A shadow of some kind, presumably from
But
the
I mean-
branches of a
but
tree or
we-
the like.
We figured it out without seeing the cracks.
Yeah, but
we
honestly,
figured it
but we
was
didn't
the
figure
same
out
dude.
this issue, honestly. And I think this is well played by them, honestly. There are no trees growing inside my laboratory at the university, I can assure you.
Now, if you look closely at this.
Yeah, and I was
At
wondering
this
about this
photograph.
both times, but I did not. Actually, I didn't notice in the first one. I was wondering about this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
entire
was too,
time.
because I was like, what?
Wow, that was good.
Good gracious.
Yes, exactly the same pattern of lines is present on this photograph too.
Well, that
Any-
tells us nothing.
Any good photographer would know the
Yes,
flaws
it's a shadow
in
of some kind,
images,
definitely from the branches of a tree.
Which is silly. There wouldn't be any trees growing inside a hut at the beach, Council.
What's quite remarkable about it is that the two patterns are absolutely identical. How could such an extraordinary similarity have transpired?
A curious matching pattern that appears on both photographic appearances is a result of a camera defect.
See,
No,
no
it's his
safe
technique.
No safe scums needed here.
Almost on the first
It
trial.
must
It's
be
not
due to
looking
problem
good.
with the
We're
camera
rusty.
used to take the photographs.
I will say, maybe you shouldn't have given up that first life. On the joke.
With the photographic device?
Yes, we can confidently say that the camera's lens must be scratched. And that the scratched lens causes unwanted lines to appear on every print taken with the device.
In short, the two photographs under consideration here were taken with the same camera.
But there must be hundreds of such camera devices here in the capital. It would be utterly impossible to identify the owner of this particular one.
I think you're forgetting, Prosecutor Ouchie, that one of the photographs featured in a newspaper article.
A newspaper,
That's right. The author of that article is the mystery witness to this crime.
What?
Oh, hi, Hannah. Just in time for it to almost be over.
Oh, Ace Cheney returns. Yep, just time for the case to end. I see why you were called a raucous England returnee.
What are you yelling about? You've already testified.
It's Many Memo, I tell you, Many Memo! Many Memo!
What does that mean?
It's the name, I think.
Soseki-san, what was that? Did you say Many Memo?
Is it Mini Memo? No, it's Many. I
Many
don't
Memo?
know.
Ever since I returned to Japan,
Don't worry, you can catch it all on YouTube.
a reporter from the Shoyu News has been hounding me, following my every move. A reporter by the name of Reitin Many Memo.
It is a name.
Many Memo.
Who's
Yes,
Ryutaro?
hounding me from the dawn till dusk.
I
It's
have-
Sato-san.
This could be anyone. What do you mean? It could be. It's our new MC.
Dressed up as a man.
You'll have to watch the case, the video
now
for
he
full
mentions
context. Context. Yep.
Oh, him.
Yes,
He's in the
that's
courtroom
right.
right there.
Yeah, obviously, I told you, he's our last witness.
Wow.
I literally
I was
said.
gonna
I didn't-
mention that.
I didn't even think
gonna
about
say,
that.
I was like, I was gonna say, why is there a random dude that they're let into the witness stand or whatever? A camera to the left of him, a notebook to the right. There I am, stuck in the middle with Reitin Menimo.
So you're saying that this picture was taken by?
By Menimo, yes!
Many memo.
Many Memo.
Mimo.
Manimo. Mimo.
By Many Menimo.
Officer, find this newspaper reporter at once and bring him to my courtroom. We will adjourn for a short recess in the meantime.
Oh, yes, Your Excellency.
As you say, Your Excellency.
And one more thing. I want this knife, this murder weapon, examined for traces of poison. You will solicit the assistance of the Imperial University's medical department for the task, understood?
What the frick?
Meh.
After all that,
Oh, wow.
Meh. Oh, he does it.
When do you stream?
that is a great question.
We don't have a specific day, so you'll have to click that notification bell to get notified.
To be continued.
Yeah, honestly, I'm
Not even trying to be like, click the notification bell.
No,
Literally,
it's-
like the only way you're gonna know is if you have notifications. on.
Literally, the streaming schedule is so all over the place.
It won't. It's usually. I'll tell you this. It's usually not on weekends. It's almost never on weekends. It's almost never on Monday.
And
So
it'll
it's
always
Tuesday
be at
to
like,
Thursday.
and it's almost like usually 7. I mean, today's Monday.
I know, with the rare exception of today.
I-
I'm just saying, in the future, usually it's not Monday or the weekends.
It could be Monday.
Okay, can be Monday.
Monday through Thursday, I would say, is most likely. And it's gonna
Always
be-
after 6.
Always after 6.
Our
Sorry,
time.
Sorry.
What is our time?
Mountain
standard
time.
mountain
Mountain
time.
yeah.
Mountain
sorry,
standard
sorry.
time.
There's no consistent stream schedule. Yeah. I just do it when I have spare time, honestly, and then it's a lot harder to coordinate between 3 people. All right, so
We
what's
could
the
do
move?
next Monday, though.
Well, we'll find out. We'll figure it out.
That's on him. All right, well,
Thank
good
you
ending
all-
spot. That was
yeah,
fun.
We'll probably call it here for now. Thank you all for watching. this has been a great way to get back into it finally. I'm glad we've got to start the game up again. And thank you, Victor, for your help. Don't worry. We don't need any hints though, and hints are unnecessary, even though we totally missed that. Oh, and Dan's here to catch us just as we leave. All right, well, that's unfortunate.
Sorry, Dan.
They're gonna go ahead and can't
I
do this
just
to me.
tuned in. You can't do this to me.
Yeah, that's awkward. Well,
Just like
bye, guys.
push the little thing and
Bye.
rewind and watch
Bye.
the whole
Thanks for
thing.
watching.
bye.